the new Modus Super Series champion.
Yes! What a finish!
The silencer, Jeff Smith!
And it is! That shot wins week 6! Maximum checkout. He's done it!
And Todd's got an outside way to finish off the session.
Double 16. Oh, what an outshot there from
Jamie Atkins.
Game, shot, and the Modus Super Series.
No mistake from Gemma Hayter. For Gemma Hayter!
Nathan could go 25 first and leave himself double 18 on the back of the 1-2-1.
Steps back, double 8. Finds the double 8, and that's a massive break of throw.
It's Thursday night under the lights here at the Super Series, and we have a little bit of everything tonight. We've got the rising star that is Nathan Potter, the Women's Series winner that is Gemma Hayter, and the Seniors slinger that is Neil Duff. Hello, good evening, welcome along. It's Thursday night here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth, which means it is time for Group B to get underway. And we've got quite the eclectic mix of players that are in action over the course of the next 3.5 hours. Matthew Edgar is with me to talk all about the action tonight. And I'll tell you what, this is one of those groups, when you look at it on paper, surely it can't disappoint.
Yeah, we've gave that sort of assessment and feel about many groups before in the past. Certainly in Group B, we've always thought this is a group that can't fail to deliver, and we've been underwhelmed at times. I think a lot of the times when this sort of happens, people fear reputation. You sort of have too much respect for your opponent. I don't think that's going to be the case tonight. Because when we look at the lineup, we look at the players, these are players that, yes, they'll respect their opponents, but they certainly don't fear their reputations. These are players that like to shoot down people with reputation. I think we're in for a special night.
Let's go back to this afternoon. Group C got underway. Michael Huntley, top of the table, on all 5 of his matches. It was a job well done, wasn't it?
It was a job done. That was the summary, wasn't it, this afternoon? Michael Huntley will be delighted to go back to his accommodation. 5 wins, 10 points on the board, and 1 foot in the door of Saturday night. It wasn't exceptional, but it was enough, and he's certainly put himself in a great position now, hasn't he? 4 points clear of the cut-off, and when you look at the players in the group, the inconsistencies, there's going to be opportunities for him tomorrow to finish the job.
So that's how the table looks following the first day's worth of play. Let's have a look at the tournament bracket, shall we? Because Richie Howson won Group A on Wednesday afternoon. Group C is what we saw earlier on today, and Group B is what we're going to watch tonight. Let's kick off by talking about Nathan Potter, because he really shone, didn't he, at the Rising Stars Week. So well did he play that we had to give him an invite into the main series.
Rising Stars Week was all about giving opportunity to the younger players at the moment, those players that are out there on the various tours, knocking on the door, who needed a platform, who needed an opportunity to show what they're capable of and what they can do. And really from that week, Nathan Potter, I believe, was the story of the players who took the opportunity that was presented to them, and rightly so. He's now got an opportunity here at the main Super Series, and if he can repeat that performance, he's going to get through this group.
And I suppose it's important as well that actions turn into words, because we say all too often, oh, what a great player. How we'd like to see him get X opportunity. It's all right saying things, but it's great to see that the Super Series have acted on that, saying, right, you've played well, you've earned your spot, you deserve your chance to play in the main thing.
And it's an inspiring story as well, because there'll be a lot of young players that watch that Rising Stars Week who thought, I want to be involved in this in the future. And now that it's not just that Rising Stars Week, it's actually a pathway here to the Super Series and beyond. Because the Super Series is a pathway itself when you think of Champions Week, when you think of the ADC Global Championship. So it's just another sort of branch on the tree here of what's going on in Portsmouth, and another inspiring story potentially developing tonight.
Well, let's have a look at the odds. This is what the bookies think about tonight's action. Neil Duff 15-8. He's the experienced campaigner in the group. Is that any surprise?
I expect to see Neil Duff as the favourite. It's not been the greatest of seasons for Neil Duff. A few weeks ago, we was looking at the potential of Neil Duff not being at Lakeside, the title he's won before in the past, the WDF World Championship. But a couple of titles recently, he's put him in a very good position now. He's in good form. It's the time of year to be in form as well. So rightly so the favourite, especially with what he's done on that stage in the past and all the weekly titles of which he's picked up. But I don't think it would surprise me if any of these 5 won the group.
It is 18 plus, gambleware.org if you're going to have a flutter on the Super Series. Right, let's get into the action then, shall we? Game 1 of the night is a meeting between Nathan Potter and Jamie Atkins. And early one tonight, I caught up with the Potter. Nathan, great to see you back. Is it nice to be back?
Oh yeah, I love it here. Last time I was here, it was a good experience to come here, but now I'm doing it for a proper week and with proper players, I say, but show them what I can do.
How pleased were you the way you played at the Rising Stars Week?
Oh, I would say I'm shocked, but I weren't. I was a bit surprised. I thought I'd come here first time, I'd be a bit nervous, but I felt comfortable from dart one, and I think it showed for the week.
And now you've been given the opportunity to play in the main series. What kind of chance is this for you?
Massive, yeah, because with my group, it's a very tough group, and if I get through that, that shows people that I'm not here to mess around, I'm here for business.
Is this another string to your bow? Obviously, 2025 has been a good year for yourself. Made a Dev Tour final. Obviously, done well when you played here the last time. Will this be another feather to add to your cap, so to speak?
Yeah, 100%. This will be another mark to tick off, get into a main week, and hopefully I can go all the way.
So, because you played so well the last time you played at the Rising Stars, does it add a little bit of expectation, add a little bit of pressure on your shoulders?
Oh yeah, 100%. Because if I go up there and play not very well, I'll be a bit disappointed with myself. But if I go up there and play like I did at the Rising Stars, I'll be very happy.
Still a little bit of a free roll for yourself?
Yeah, sort of. I ain't come here with no expectations as such, but just come here, throw my darts and see how I get on.
Wish you all the very best. Nathan, good luck.
Thank you, Henry. Cheers.
And a familiar double
Getting shown the
is
fourth leg,
found
Nathan
with
Potter.
ease by Nathan Potter, and he's making this look remarkably easy.
To continue his utter
Getting shown the
dominance
match,
of this
Nathan
group.
Potter. Game shown the
Nicely
fourth
done.
leg, Nathan Potter.
It's been a really
Getting
Strong
shown the match,
standard.
Nathan Potter.
Well, he was superb, wasn't he, the last time he was here, Nathan Potter, and now he is in the main competition. Maybe with a little bit of a target on his back because of how well he played when he played in the Rising Stars Week. Made it through to the semi-finals in what was one of the strongest weeks that we've seen here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. Henry Coates will go on to win that. We're going to watch him next week, but right now we're going to be watching Potter and Atkins go head-to-head. Let's find out a little bit more then about both players in action this evening. Potter, the 21-year-old from Beccles, a semi-finalist at the Rising Stars. It's a debut in the main competition, throwing with a 24.5 grand customised dart. As for Jamie Atkins, he's 37 years of age. He's from Warwick in the Midlands, a runner-up in Series 9. That was around about this time last year. Lost out to the Highlander, John Henderson, in that particular final. They go head-to-head in the opening match of the evening session. Game 1 of 10 we're going to be broadcasting live to you this evening. George Baker, another man very much aligned for the Midlands. He's going to be in charge of all of the action this evening. And his first duty of the night is to call
First
for
leg is
Nathan
Nathan
Potter.
to throw first.
He's going to get us underway
Game
for the evening. And Matthew Edgar is alongside me here in the commentary box to see how the action's going to pan out. Well, he played so well in the Rising Stars, Matt, that there maybe is a little bit of pressure on Nathan Potter in his debut appearance in the main competition.
Well, if there is pressure on him, he's to brush it aside, isn't he? He doesn't believe there is. He thinks there's an opportunity here to come here and start to add a little bit more credit on the name of Nathan Potter. Certainly when you look at the players that are in this group, got his hands full here. Jamie Atkins, as you say, success here, success on the Challenge Tour. Was
60.
looking dangerous, wasn't he, when he was getting his Pro Tour call-ups last year. So very much an established player here now when we look at sort of those faces of the Super
26.
Series. So a very intriguing start here for young Potter.
$100.
Now, I haven't caught Rising Stars when he played the whole week. I'm not going to lie. I've seen all the numbers, but it's always interesting when you get to see the man behind the numbers, the throw, the style, the way in which they react, because the numbers only give you a bit of a guide, don't they? They don't give you the full picture of the player.
You're going to ask me to do
43.
punditry again, aren't you?
No, because you wasn't very good at it earlier on, so we'll just skip past that.
91.
Well, Jamie had to finish leaving himself on 60 after just a dozen. Looking to threaten the breaker throw in the opening
93.
leg of the night.
Jamie, you require 160.
Another one of them would have left him tops. He's effectively a throw in front, but we saw from Nathan's campaign last time he was here that this
Nathan,
is
you require
very much a
160.
finish in his wheelhouse. Well, that was more Millhouse than wheelhouse.
60.
So this,
Jamie, you require 60.
for an opening leg breaker throw for Jamie Atkins. He looks at double top. Tucks it in the way, has to shuffle across. Open target. Yields a
Game
different
shot in the first
result.
leg, Jamie
And
Atkins.
Jamie Atkins gets an opening leg break to his name.
Second leg, it's Jamie to throw first. Game on. $131.
Settling fast tonight, Jamie Atkins. Maybe seeing a little bit of inexperience in his opponent. Maybe you could sense that even in the practice room.
100.
And he's a player, isn't he, Jamie Atkins, who's been on a very similar journey. Got into darts very, very young age. Comes from a darting family. And with that, will probably
140.
be very familiar with how Nathan Potter's feeling right now with the opportunity that's presenting itself. Because he's been on the same timeline.
140.
For Jamie, so far this week, it's been a little bit up and down. 20 points from his Group A campaign. Finished third in the group. His points return over the 3 days was 6 points Monday, 8 points Tuesday, 6 points Wednesday. He's been there or thereabouts. And I just get the sense that he's beginning to get to a point
91.
where he's beginning to get back to the level that we came to expect from him in 2024. This year, I think he'll be the first to admit, has not gone to plan. I think he would have expected to have kicked on. I think Tour Card probably would have been on the horizon at Q School. None of that really quite happened. And this year hasn't quite yielded the same success. But who's to say when we get to the business end of the season
28.
that he can't dramatically
Jamie,
turn around
require
those
70.
fortunes? As he looks at 70 here to open up a 2-0 lead. Treble 18 leaves double 8.
Game
No
shot in the
mistake.
second leg,
Looks
Jamie Atkins.
really, really efficient this evening, and he's 2-0 to the good.
Well, the problem you've got when you're a player like Jamie Atkins
Third
in the
leg, it's
position
Nathan
he
to throw
is,
first. Game on.
is every year resets. It's not a building process. You start again. You get to the end of the year.
100.
You're quite high on the Challenge Tour Order of Merit. You're getting Pro Tour call-ups. The season starts and you go back to zero. You got to do it again.
Well, effectively, if you don't win a tour card, your
96.
season is pretty much set up based on 5 events that take place towards the end of January, the first 5 Challenge Tour events of the season.
Exactly that. And you've only got, what, 5 weekends a year, haven't you, in
100.
the Challenge Tour, of which to make any sort of movement on that Order of Merit system. It's a very, very ruthless system. And from that point,
134.
you know, you could be doing well, just miss out, and then back to zero you go. It's not like a rolling system like we get in regards to other Order of Merits or Order of Merits that
60.
start at different times a year. It literally is a January to January jobby.
But it has to be, because there's no other way you can fairly do the system, because a player that drops off tour, you can't exactly tell them, right, you've got to reset to zero, whereas everybody else who's
63.
failed to get a tour card that hasn't played the Pro Tour the year before has got ranking money to their name.
Exactly that. Which is why the progression has to be internal, not just based on
101.
those sort of orders of merit or those instant results.
58.
Progression needs to be
Nathan, you
monitored in
require
many different
140.
ways. And for Nathan Potter, being here is a progression. Being in a Group B, being playing at the Super
100.
Series.
Jamie, you require 150.
But this could be a hammer blow early on here for Jamie Atkins.
$86. Nathan, you require
Good rhythm
40.
about this game.
Game shot in the third leg. Nathan
Well,
Potter.
Tots is found. 16 data. Back to 2-1. Well, last time he was here,
against
Nathan
Jamie
Potter
to
played the
throw
role of
first.
taxi.
Game on.
Because the weekend before, there was a number of, I think it was Challenge Tour events. And Nathan being the eldest player that played in the Rising Stars.
57.
One who passed his driving test. A little bit like the in-betweeners, you know, when they go on that road trip to Fort Park. Well, he had to drive pretty much half the field down in his car.
100.
He actually drove down Sunday night, stayed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, wallowed around Portsmouth, waiting to play Group C on the Thursday.
I failed to see the link to Thorpe Park.
As in for, you remember when they went to Fort Park, it was the first
137.
time they ever went on a road trip.
Right.
It was a passing comment, but you made it more than that.
97.
Moving on.
Ever seen the In-Betweeners?
Moving on.
90.
Oh, that's perfect. Been watching Nathan Potter throw before the session. You just knew that was going to go. Perfect dart. Exactly where he wants it. Right on that bottom wire. Got a very
43.
intriguing throw. It's
Nathan, you
been
require
mesmerising to
124.
watch. I was watching him have a little practice on the stage before a dart was thrown. That's interesting.
Ah, someone's been watching Moreno Blom, have
59.
they? The 14's route on 124.
Interesting. Around sort of the same
94.
age as
Nathan,
Moreno
you
Blom as
require
well, is he? Are we
65.
seeing a bit of development of the different routes coming through once again?
$45.
Opportunity passed by there to break the
Jamie,
Jamie
you
Atkins
require
throw.
80.
Now this can get tricky for Jamie Atkins. Had to go across to the right to open this up. Goes back to the left and goes beyond the original throw position.
Game shot.
That is a
report
guy
there,
who
Jamie
understands
Atkins.
his darts right there. Jamie Atkins started blocking up the targets. He moved to the
Fifth
right
leg
so he
is
could get the
Nathan to
single
throw
20
first.
and stay away from
Game
the
on.
flight. Then moved right the way back to the left to reopen up the shot. Had he done that beforehand, he would not have had the sighter. The move to the right,
71.
yes, it was more movement. Yes, it was more positions. But it was to keep the dart out the way of tops. That is an excellent shot right there.
Well, let's have a look at the way both players' darts land into the board. As you see, there's a
95.
complete compare and contrast between the players. And this really does go flat in the board. It's Jan van Veen-esque.
140.
And it's for the same reason as Van Veen. It's not because of the flights they use, because you can see, like Jamie Atkins here, using a standard flight. And it's the big
137.
wing-shaped flight. And you can see the exact same thing here for Nathan Potter. It's to do with where he's gripping the dart. Now, he actually grips the dart, very interestingly,
60.
behind the balance point. But in the motion of moving the arm, he also twizzles the dart in the hand that re-grips the dart where the thumb is coming past the balance point, which is flattening out the dart in the air. It's absolutely fascinating.
177.
For an anorak like me who analyses throws, this is amazing to watch.
Well, Nathan Potter's played okay, averaging 86, missed a couple of darts at a double. But Jamie
140.
Atkins has played
Jamie, you
in
require
excess.
92.
Average just under 94. 3 from 5 on the outer ring. And he has an opportunity to win the game here. He's not going to find the 92. Nathan Potter may only get a dart at the bullseye here to save this contest. And it's an opportunity the way Jamie Atkins has been finishing. He's going to have to take. He's got the bonus of 2 at double 15. Of which he takes to his credit. 14 darter, back to 3-2. And he forces Jamie Atkins here to serve this match out.
Against Jamie to throw first.
I've heard nothing but good things about Nathan Potter. And the numbers backed it up as well. But as I said at the start, numbers don't always tell you the full story. You want to see how it pans out. You want to see how they perform under pressure in key situations. And that's the first time Nathan Potter's really needed to dig something out in this game, and he finds it with no problems.
100.
Said he's here for business, didn't he? Quite a bit of business available here as well, isn't he? £5,000 weekly prize, £25,000 for a series, and a spot in the £60,000 global championship.
180.
As I've said before, this is a potential £90,000 butterfly effect scheme. Win this, you get 5. Win the title of the Champions Week, 25. 60 for the global. Add in appearance money. You're talking
100.
If you're playing Group A most of the time, close to about 100 grand. All in.
140.
It's like a week of your wages, Matt.
121.
Well, he took this 1-2-1 out in the last time that he was here. Chapter 17. Does not get. But he stopped Jamie Atkins from having a match start
88.
in the previous leg. Is he going to stop him from getting one here? Because he should get a dart at the bull to get the win and to get off the mark.
63.
And that wasn't far away.
Nathan,
and if I'm you, Nathan
require
Potter,
64.
I hit this.
No, you wouldn't.
I wouldn't. But he needs to.
32.
And he doesn't. And consequently, that could well be curtains.
Jamie, you require 25.
Because he has been outstanding in this game, Jamie Atkins. And he's going to get a couple in hand, a double 8 to win it.
Game shot
of
and
which
a match,
he only
Jamie
needs the
Atkins.
one. A solid start for Jamie Atkins. Probably the man in this group of the 5 that went under the radar the most. But he has certainly been perked up onto ours with a performance like that. An average of 91.5, 4 out of 7 when it came to the finishing. It was a rock-solid display. Nathan Potter pushed him, probed him all the way, but couldn't quite conjure up the answers. Coming up after the break, Tommy Morris takes on Neil Duff. So, welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where before the break, Jamie Atkins got the better of Nathan Potter by 4 legs to 2. Second up is Tommy Morris up against Neil Duff. These two locking corns for the first time this week. Tommy Morris back for another Super Series appearance. 8 times he's made it through to the weekly finals. A 33-year-old from Poole. But it's been a while since we've seen him at the latter ends of the week. Up against Neil Duff, a full-time weekly winner. The 53-year-old from Winterthur, now residing in Switzerland. The 2022 WDF World Champion, who very much eyes this trophy up. And when I say trophy, not just the weekly trophy, but the series trophy up for another major success, to put another real big title next to that Lakeside crown that he won 3 years ago when he beat the Frenchman Thibaut Tricol in the final. But for Tommy Morris, it's been a long time between big Saturday night appearances from him. He's, in the past, made 3 semi-finals here at the Super Series, but he's not made one since Series 7 back in April 2024. So, yes, we know what Tommy's capable of, but it's also fair to say, based on the results of recent times, we've not seen the best of him for a while.
We haven't, but he's someone who every time he comes to the Super Series, I feel he's likely to go and produce something, and that might be down to the fact of how enjoyable of a watch he is. He's one of those really rapid players and plays with his heart on his sleeve, doesn't leave anything to guessing. Will show you the emotions of which he's feeling. A very expressive player. And when you combine that with the talent and the pace at which he plays, it's a very, very enjoyable watch. But Neil Duff's just got to be careful here that he doesn't get drawn into the pace. Sometimes when you're playing one of the really fast players like Tommy Morris, you can just find yourself getting caught in a bit of a whirlwind. You feel like you're at the hockey all the time. We may just see Neil Duff just stand at the back of the exclusion zone and just measure his walk as this match goes on. I think this may be one of those where you've got to stay switched on.
Morris off to a fast start here, leaving Tommy 89 after 89. Just a dozen darts. Should get a dart at least to the bullseye at the back of the combo. Single 20 would have left the ball. However, he's gone across to the 18s there. He is told, a former world champion,
Neil,
that he thinks he cannot take 141 out. And if there's somebody that would have wanted to have rubbed it in Tommy Morris's face, it would have been Neil Duff.
95. Tommy, you require 56.
Tops on Morris. Double 10.
46. Neil, you require 46.
Double 18.
Game
Leg one is Neil Duff.
Neil Duff.
Neil Duff would have noted that, though. He would have 100% noted that, because that's the kind of player that he is.
A thinking player, isn't he?
55. 58. 100. 140. 100.
Whenever you think of the Super Series and you think of the faces over the years, you think of the big names, you think of the players.
99.
You've got to think about those players that have been the most successful. Neil Duff is at the very, very top of that list of players that have picked up weekly titles here, that have picked up the big stuff. He's
100.
just not got a series title yet. But you do feel that that is well within his armoury.
100. Neil, you require 146.
Well, it's the only thing that's missing from the set. Wins this week, 5 weekly titles, led with Steve West, 6 overall, which will tie up the tally of Andreas Harrison.
41. Tommy, you require 104.
There's opportunities for him to make it to 6 of reduced and reduced. Well, that's a miss of the big number there for Tommy Morris. 48 remaining.
64. Neil, you require
Can Duff
105.
capitalise? Can he punish and open up a 2-0 lead? Treble 15. Unable to get, and so Morris will get free at tops to break back.
53. Tommy, you require 40. Game shot in the second leg. Tommy
No mistake,
Morris.
needs just the one. A break apiece, what a piece.
Third leg is Tommy to throw first. Game on. $95.
It was interesting. We bumped into Neil, didn't we, when we walked in the building this morning? We were walking down the street, and Neil
70.
walked out of a very popular supermarket chain, saying that he was just trying to tick the day over a little
45.
bit. He's not somebody that can kind of sleep in all day, so he got up early, went for a little walk around the city, got some supplies in, just trying to make the most of the day in preparation for the night, because this is a very unique time to be playing. No one really begins a session at 10 o'clock.
100.
And it'd be interesting to see how that pans out throughout the day as well, because he did tell us of the route of which he had taken, and he'd been up for a fair few hours at that point. And yes, you can struggle to sleep in, but he was in the morning shift, hasn't he, in the last few days? So if we talk about body clocks, he would have been used to getting up at that early time slot, whereas tonight it's quite a late night when things get finished off. I think he's got to get the points on the board nice and early. Definitely a story to keep our eye on as the day progresses.
180.
Well, Tony Morris piles in a max there. Although I would say if anybody's going to be accustomed to that switch, it's going to be Neil Duff. He'll know what this is all about. It's not his first rodeo here.
58.
As for Tommy,
you require 58.
all for potential 14 data here. And to turn a 1-0 deficit into a 2-1 lead, but that was dangerously low.
38. Neil, you require 148.
Doesn't look fully settled as of yet, does Neil? Just a couple of times he's been taking a little bit of a step back in the background.
Tommy, you require 20. Game shot in the third leg.
You won't like what he
Tommy
saw
Morris.
there as Tommy Morris opens up a 2-1 lead.
Well, Tommy Morris has had a chance to
Fourth
win all
leg is
three of
Neil
these
to
legs,
throw
and that might be
first.
why Neil Duff's feeling a little unsettled right now, because
Game on.
yes, he's still in the game and everything's going on throw as things stand right now, but will not feel like he's got too much control of things right now, and that's awkward.
100.
It was awkward, it was stubborn, but he's found a way in.
60.
And I think Neil will also know that as an absolute minimum, 4 points will do him a job tonight. Now, interesting, I think he's doing what you were saying earlier on, that because of the pace of Tommy Morris, he's tried his best not to get sucked into it, taking a little bit of time at the back of the hockey and trying to bring things to his pace.
And even if it's not a problem, when you're not playing well and you're
59.
playing a player like Tommy Morris, you think that might be the case. And this is exactly what I said would happen. He will hang around at the back of the exclusion zone until Tommy Morris has got out of the site and cleared. That will then replicate the pace of somebody who's playing to the normal speed.
91.
No surprise at all to see somebody with the experience of Neil Duff start to play this way.
123.
Again, you see, not even making his approach. Waits till Tommy Morris gets to the back of the exclusion zone, and that will replicate a throw. Another one of those. Gives him the option.
140.
I get the sense, because Tommy turned down a shot with Neil on 1-for-1, he was always going to go for the
99.
bullseye
Neil,
on the
you
back of the big
require
fish.
30.
Double 15, though, for Neil to level this game up at 2-2.
Game shot in the fourth leg.
The
Neil
double
Duff.
10 goes off the back of the single 10, and we are all square at 2 apiece.
It's always an interesting
Fifth leg
split,
is
that one,
Tommy
isn't
to
it, when
throw
people go 10
first.
for the
Game
double
on.
10, because there's not much difference between double 15 and double 10 in regards to location of the board. The only difference is the
60.
breakdown. However, if you think about it, with double 15, you should get 2 darts at the 30. Because even if you go inside with dart 1 or 2, you've got a chance to still leave another double. So when you go that way,
100.
you could potentially have 3 darts at the double 15. You should be getting 2. When you go 10 double 10, you're only getting 2 as a maximum.
41. $140.
Well, Duff here has suddenly become the better player, leveled up at 2-2, and he's really threatening the Tommy Morris
85.
throw, who's just beginning to get a little bit animated now.
This is where the mind starts to come into play.
57.
Because maybe Tommy Morris is also noticing the fact that Neil Duff is hanging at the back of the exclusion zone until he's cleared. Maybe thinking he's trying to slow him
131.
down. It's all interesting, isn't it? It's all very relative to trying to unlock how the players may be feeling right now.
60.
But however they're feeling, this game is finally in the balance.
140.
Well, that 140 has
Neil, you
changed the
require
complexion of this leg
144.
completely. Duff looked in control midway through it. Now is the outsider to break the throw. He's not going to find the 144. And so Morris back for the 44
100.
to open up a
Tommy, you
3-2 lead
require
and to move in
44.
a leg of a match.
Game shot in the fifth leg. Tommy
Leg
Morris.
of a perfect start to the evening. The double 16 goes. Morris leads 3-2. And he now finds himself
Fifth
a leg
is
away
Neil to throw first.
from winning his
Game
opening
on.
game. And it would actually see him, if he can win it 4-2, completely joint top with Jamie Atkins in terms of every metric.
180.
But Neil Duff will have 1 or 2 words to say about that as he piles in his first max of the
30.
match.
Without response. So Neil Duff got plenty on his side and he's extending that lead.
140.
Looking like we're going all the way.
86.
The only way we're not going all the way here is if 2 things happen, and both of them need to happen. Neil Duff's going to have to miss a lot of chances, and Tommy Morris is going to have to be excellent and perfect from here.
100.
Well, he's on for a potential 11 darter here, Neil Duff. 81 left after just 3 visits to the board.
180.
Well, that 180 at least keeps
Neil,
him
you
hanging
require
around, but he's
81.
still got a lot of work to do and he's got to rely on a lot of mistakes.
Okay, so point 1, Tommy Morris has to be perfect. Tick. Neil Duff has to miss a lot of chances.
Game shot
Not
in the sixth
happening.
leg.
We
Neil
go
Duff.
the distance.
12 darter on throw. Nothing Tommy Morris could have done about that
Seventh
apart
and
from a
final
9
leg is
darter.
Tommy to throw
And
first.
so we go all the way.
Game on.
Morris with the darts to claim the first points of their Group B campaigns.
81.
But that slip into the single 1 with the final dart does change the complexion of things. Ton forces Duff into a 140, but the 81 means that a ton's still a solid enough
100.
start. That's exactly what he gets.
$60.
Interestingly as well, change of setup tonight for Neil.
$60.
Did play with these for a game on Tuesday, averaged in the 90s with it.
80.
Then decided to go back to Old Faithfuls, but it decided new group, new equipment. And he'll be hoping it brings improved results in terms of
60.
qualification through to Saturday night.
Well, he's averaging in the 90s with them again, but everything here separated by just 1 point. Doesn't matter the fact he's averaging in the 90s. That only shows you what's been before. It's about what's about to
15.
happen, and that opens the door for Neil Duff. 3 wayward darts there for Tommy Morris. Now a chance to step in.
Yeah, he played with these in a game against Thomas
60.
Banks. He won 4-2, averaging 92. In fact, they were exact same set that Richard McKee changed into when he played in Group C last week.
86.
But that 8-6 score for Morris has presented Neil Duff 6 on 2-2-1 to get the job done. But my word, does he need a treble right now. And my word, does he have to be careful as well.
60.
He's left himself on a finish, but if he strayed either side of the 20 target by moving across, he would have given Tommy Morris the luxury of 6.
43. Neil, you require 161.
Last 3 visits for Tommy Morris have not been good. Neil Duff, until this point, has not stepped in and taken the opportunity. But now he's going to leave things handy.
97.
Going to leave things very handy.
Tommy, you require
Asking the question of Tommy Morris, can he take out a perfect finish? Needs the 2 trebles to get a dart at the outer ring. There's one. Just tried to follow it, didn't he? Tried to follow that
78.
line, tried to replicate
Neil,
the
you
throw,
require
didn't happen. And
64.
Neil Duff now, how many is he going to get? It's going to be 2.
Well, he's got the perfect guide following dart 1, and
Game
he
start
uses
and
it
the match,
brilliantly.
Neil
And Neil
Duff.
Duff is up and running with a victory. Well, that was a tight, tense game. Duff, who gets the better of Tommy Morris by 4 legs to 3. It's full focus on the face of the Duff man tonight. And that, the stats from the second game of the evening, 89 average, 4 from 7 in terms of the doubling, is decent from Duff. Coming up after the break, because see Gemma Hayter for the first time up against Nathan Potter.
He will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart.
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit.
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match dart again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And the dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go for tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Gablas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He's 2 darts away
Jeff requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Vansky's halfway to victory.
He only needs 1 more. Jimmy Vansky is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Vansky do the same? Just needs the 1 treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.
Game. Shot. And the Modus Super Series
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series. So before the break, we saw Neil Duff get the better of Tommy Morris by 4 legs to 3. Game 3 is a meeting between Gemma Hayter and Nathan Potter. We're going to see Gemma for the first time in this Group B. As for Nathan Potter, we've already seen him once. Lost out 4-2 to Jamie Atkins, averaged in excess of 90 in that game. As for Gemma Hayter, the 32-year-old from Gosport, Women's Week 4 champion. And the reigning ADC Tour champion as well. Beat Fallon Sherrick in the final in November last year. Nathan Potter, we've already seen before tonight. And it's one of those scenarios where in a Group B, he finds himself at the halfway point of the evening after just 3 games of the session being played. And you always feel like it's essential that when you play 2 of the first 3, you have to at least win one of them. You lose both of them, you find yourself immediately behind the 8 ball.
You do, absolutely, but I do feel in the situation here with Nathan Potter, he's probably just looking at every single game individually. Certainly on night number 1. His first time here at the proper Super Series, wants to make an impact, wants to make a statement, and the best way to do that is by winning games. Doesn't matter if they come early, late, in the middle, wherever they come. And he's just playing 4 individual matches, or at least he should be tonight.
97.
But he's probably got his hands full here, hasn't he, with Gemma Hayter? Someone who's been making very good waves within the ladies' game, and has done well here at the Super Series as well over the time.
55.
Yeah, he's made a couple of Saturdays. Won the last Women's Week that we had here. Beat Robin Byrne in the final. As far as the Women's Series season's concerned, lost in 2 finals in 2025. And perhaps no surprises in guessing that Bo Greaves was the player that put paid her hopes on both of those occasions. Was the outsider with the bookies, 14-1 to go and win this group. Nathan Potter went off second favourite at 13-5 with the odds compilers.
140.
And because Hayter couldn't fill them up, Potter's got 6 here from 206 to break the throw in this opening leg.
140.
Makes good use of them as well. Gets himself down nicely. The Hayter throw under pressure early on.
40.
Maybe this is where the conversation
Nathan,
may
you
start
require
already in regards
66.
to, is it a benefit to have already played a game?
Treble 14 for double 12, now double 6. In it goes,
Game shot
and
in the
there's the
first
break.
leg, Nathan
Potter
Potter.
finds himself 1 up, courtesy of a 15 darter.
Second leg, it's Nathan to throw first. Game on. $43. $41. $95.
I see you've wanted to play the role of punditry all day today, Henry. I'm going to pose you a
63.
question.
You really don't have to.
The highest ever women's average here at the Super Series was 114.56, hitting a Group B campaign by Bo Greaves against Kevin Painter.
180.
Does that get beaten?
$180.
It's going to take some effort because to beat that, you're going to have to put in a top 10 average of all time in this building. The top 10 average of all time, you want to get into that, you have to average 115.62, and there is a posse of players that hold that particular average. I'll give you a full list of those players that hold that average in the next leg. But Nathan Potter here,
140.
averaging
Nathan require
105,
56.
has left himself 56 after 12, and is looking at tops with 2-0 leads.
Game shot in
14
the second
darts off the
leg,
back of the
Nathan Potter.
15. This is really good from Nathan Potter. 2-0 up, averaging 103.
Third leg is Gemma
And
to
Gemma
throw first. Game on.
has had nothing by way of reply so far.
30.
Well, this is the list of players that have averaged 115.62 here. Conor Heenahan did so in a 4-0 win over Johnny Haynes back in September 2022. Cam Crabtree did so in a 4-0 win over Matt Jackson in
45.
November 2022. That was his first ever game on the stage. Conan Whitehead won 4-0, averaging that figure in November 2022. Adam
60.
Lipscomb in a 4-0 win against Hilton Klein in November 2024. Hilton Klein from Botswana. One of our African qualifiers.
180.
Highest average this year, 120.24, which was actually the highest average of
41.
last year as well. Connor Scott got it in a 4-0 win against Stephen Jameson. He was a great addition last year, was Connor Scott. 120.24 was also averages hit by David Evans
26.
against Mervyn King this year, and Danny Van Tripe in that incredible final against Dean Finn. Around about this time last month.
The first ever 9-darter on a
100.
Saturday night, wasn't it, that for Danny Van Tripe?
He was averaging 136 after 3 legs. That was how good that performance was. Well, this performance has been good for Nathan Potter,
85.
but Gemma Hayter looking to find a response of her own in this leg. Only problem is, having been broken, she needs to find a break back at some point, and that's going to be made remarkably difficult. And Nathan Potter's going to keep hitting like this.
140. Gemma, you require 135.
It could be a double breaker throw. If Gemma Hayter doesn't take out this 135, that could be tricky. We're going to get to see how tricky it really is.
110.
Just the way the dart
Nathan,
was
you
stood up
require
and kicked
60.
across, it was always going to make it hard to find that bullseye. No problems here for Potter, though. The dart stays completely out of the way, but when it goes above,
20.
shrinks that target.
Gemma, you require 25.
Well, Hayter gets her first tangible chance of the contest. She's one of those players that like 17 for double 4. That kisses the wire. That
Game
flicks
shot
off
in
the
third
barrel and
leg,
in.
Gemma Hayter.
And Gemma Hayter gets herself on the board and just poses the question of Nathan Potter, who up until that point
Fourth leg is
was having it
Nathan to
all
throw
his own
first.
way in this
Game on.
contest.
$60. $95.
Just feels like Gemma Hayter's starting to find her way in this game now. Starting to get a bit more regular around that treble 20.
100.
Yeah, this game may well be having a dramatic scene
140.
change in just a couple of seconds, because Nathan Potter's not exactly dwindled in terms of his performance, but Gemma Hayter has dramatically upped it here.
60. $99. $100. Gemma, you require 167.
167 for Gemma, and she's got 6 from here to level this game back up at 2 apiece.
45.
Needs herself on 1-2-2. Potter, ideally looking for a couple of trebles here. A treble leaves himself on a 2-darter.
96. Gemma, you require 122.
Well, that's a happy enough accident, because at the very least he's going to give himself a dart at the bullseye here, Nathan
86.
Potter, with the back
Nathan,
of his
you require
85.
85.
And 85 is going to have to take, because Hayter's left herself on double 18 to level this game up at 2 apiece. And it is going to be 1 dart at the ball,
60.
which skims the
Gemma, you
25
require
wire.
36.
Well, Gemma Hayter was 2-0 down and almost looked like a passenger in this
No
contest.
score.
But she's missed
Nathan,
free in
you
hand at
require
double 18 to level
25.
up at 2-2.
3 to get that breaker throw back as well.
$13.
That
Gemma,
was
you
a
require
chance.
36.
He'll know that. Gemma will know that. And she's looking to pounce. And
Game
pounces
shot in the fourth
exactly
leg,
what she
Gemma
does.
Hayter.
From 2-0 down, she's got back level at 2-2.
Fifth leg, it's Gemma to throw first. Game on.
This would be known as the Lord Voldemort derby, wouldn't it? Hayter Potter.
59.
Lord Voldemort famously hated Harry Potter.
$41. 97.
I suppose this game at the moment's been a symbol of what Gemma Hayter's built her career on so far, isn't it? Opportunity. Give her an opportunity, she'll take
80.
it. Inspired to come back into the sport of darts due to the opportunities that presented themselves through the women's series. With opportunities like the one she's just experienced recently, the Women's World Match Play at the Winter Gardens in Blackpool. Amongst the various other opportunities
60.
and avenues that have been presented for ladies darts. Certainly, as we move forward through the years.
45.
We saw the confirmation of the 5th edition of the Women's World Match Play as part of the PDC calendar last week, the biggest PDC calendar there ever has been.
100.
Because of what Bo Greaves is doing as well on the Dev Tour, there's a possibility of an extra spot opening up for a female player at this year's World Championships. In fact, Gemma Hayter may well be the beneficiary of that additional spot at the Alexandra Palace. Just having a look at
55.
the Women's Series
Gemma,
order
you
of merit in
require
terms of World
140.
Championship parades. Because Bo's in a position, Lisa's qualified for the match play. She holds the last spot, but she's now looking at double 10 for 3-2 lead. She is going to come back for 3 more to take the lead from 2-0 down. For Nathan Potter, he's playing okay.
90. Gemma, you require 20.
But this is beginning to become rather disastrous.
Game shot in the
Flick
fifth
off the
leg,
barrel. Gemma
Hayter.
Hayter's turned a 2-0 deficit into a 3-2 lead in this game.
Sixth leg, it's Nathan to throw first. Game on. $43.
Nathan Potter's already been on the stage once already, a 4-2 defeat to Jamie Atkins. That coming in
60.
game number 1. Could just start to put him in that chase mentality. Certainly in regards to getting his first win.
140.
That is, of course, if Gemma Hayter can complete the job, she'll have 2 legs of which to do it. Most importantly, the throw in the last, which makes this leg feel like a bit of a bonus.
60.
It doesn't feel as urgent. It doesn't feel as important because you know you've got that leg coming up.
100. $80.
Well, to Nathan's credit, he hasn't let his head drop. And he's presented himself an opportunity here on throw to level the match up and to take us all the way to a last
58.
leg decider. It's only 58. But realistically, only a maximum Gemma was going to put him under considerable pressure.
45. Nathan, you
And he's
require
got
160.
all the time he wants here to take us the distance. And able to get the 160, but he's going to leave
100.
himself handy. And because of the way his darts sit down in the board, he have no problems with the single. And 2 at
60.
tops
Nathan, you require 60.
for a level game. It'll be our second last leg decider in 3 games.
Game shot in the sixth leg, Nathan Potter.
Never in doubt. And we head the distance. In fact, of the 21 legs we could have played in the first 3 games,
Seventh and
we
final
have
leg
so
is Gemma to
far
throw first.
played 20 of them.
Exactly what you expect, isn't it, from this group? We expected things to be close. We
139.
expected it to be tight, and Getting exactly that so far, and Gemma Hayter asking the question early on, and that is not the dart that is ideal for Potter.
100.
See how we had to force that last dart to power past that flight. Great dart though.
60.
They, however, when you're in this situation, when you're battling in a last leg shootout, they frustrate you when you put 3 darts right on that top wire.
100.
And after 6.5 legs, we can only separate the pair by 1 point.
45.
However, that's an opening.
Oh, definitely. Couple of trebles here.
60.
Oh, somehow not found a way through, and he's not been able to pounce.
60.
We're at that point now, aren't we, where every single miss is amplified. Which means one hit could change everything for Nathan Potter.
140.
Well, timing is part of the trick when it comes to this game, and how well timed a 140 is that going to be?
80. Nathan, you require 101.
So this for the match. And to get himself on the board, having lost his opening fixture. Treble 14 was always going to be the play.
Yeah, 68 left.
Couldn't quite find. And so Gemma presented with an opportunity
45.
here on the
Gemma,
117.
you got 117.
And with Potter placed on 56, it was an opportunity she had to take, but the delve into the treble 5 meant that the shot was off straight away. And so for Nathan
60.
Potter, having lost his opener,
Nathan, you require 56.
to get himself back on an equal kilter, he's missed the ball completely. He's only going to get one at tops.
36.
And it's a dart that's gone
Gemma,
a
you
begging.
require
And Gemma
57.
Hayter has been given another opportunity. A chance she probably didn't expect. It's a chance she can't
17.
take.
A reprieve for Potter. When he missed the dart at the board, he may have felt that that was the opportunity slipping
Nathan, you
away.
require
Needed to
20.
recompose, and he's trying to compose himself here, just taking a moment, taking a breath.
And so double 10 it is. It's now double 5.
Game shot.
In
and
it
the match,
goes, and my
Nathan Potter.
goodness, you can see the relief. His heart was sinking for a second, but he has picked up that first win of the night, just about, against Gemma Hayter. That the tail of the tape. Potter a 4-3 victor. Coming up next, we're going to be watching Jamie Atkins and Tommy Morris, and this one will be played at a fair pace.
Charlie require 164. 44. 32. Charlie require 120.
Well, 120. He's got a fair, at least 2 handfuls of this. Just needs to stay
60.
there. That's a good shot. Halves his score. Leaves himself on a 2-darter.
$26. Charlie
Time on his
require
side
60.
to become back-to-back singles champion.
$40.
Definitely a couple of nerves in those last 2 darts. But he'll be coming back.
The moment he's been in before this situation. Standing at the back of the stage,
Charlie
approaching the
require
jockey with a
20.
chance to win the title.
He did this to win the first title, if you remember.
11.
I think he's gone.
Georgia
I think
require
he's gone to
180.
bust it, maybe. The first title he won, he wanted 20, he went 6 double 7 to win it. He had a chance to replicate it again.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was for a bust, and
39.
on that situation there, George Scaife wasn't even able to take it out going to the 18s on that switch.
Yeah, I think he just panicked a bit, but he's done well to get that big one.
Sometimes can be the hardest part.
Georgia requires
This is it.
79.
It's got to be 19s. It's got to be 19s for this shot. Big 20 and a double. He's got the first one. He's going to get a match dart here.
$59. Charlie,
Threw the entire
require
body into that
8.
one. Just didn't want to let go of the dart.
No score.
He's given George a chance.
Georgia require 20.
I think George has been quite good on double 10 today.
So many opportunities for Charlie Murphy.
Go
Couldn't get the job
it.
done.
Got in the match! And the Red Dragon
George
Modus
Scaife.
Super Series Influencers Champion, George Scaife!
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where before the break, Nathan Potter got the better of Gemma Hayter by 4-3. Game number 4 is a meeting between Tommy Morris and Jamie Atkins, and for these two, a compare and contrast following their first round of matches. Jamie Atkins a 4-2 win over Nathan Potter, and Tommy Morris losing 4-3 to Neil Duff. In fact, the first 3 games tonight have all gone against the throw. Jamie, Neil and Nathan all winning their respective matches. And Jamie Atkins looked
First leg is Jamie to throw first.
really impressive, didn't he, in his opening game against Nathan
Game
Potter, who posed him a lot of questions, but he was able to come up with all the answers, averaged 91.5, 4 from 7 on his doubles. Everywhere you looked, it was a solid display.
96.
Yeah, couldn't really fault it too much, could you? It was good, it was solid, it was consistent.
100.
Maybe have to be the same here again against Tommy Morris. Maybe has to step it up a little bit more. I think these are two players that will bring out the best in each other. Two players that know each other very, very well.
58.
Two players that have a lot of respect for each other and understand the quality and the ability of the opponent, which may bring out the best in them
100.
here.
Solid about being at his best. It's kind of been the story of his year. Made 4 last 16s so far this season in the PDC Challenge Tour. But last year he really was going great guns in that
140.
particular system. It's what got him call-ups to the Pro Tour. But it's certainly a case of him moving his
140.
game back in the right direction, as we mentioned earlier on, following the first few months of the season. But Tommy, first to finish against the throw in this first leg.
57. Tommy, you
And
require
following that turn, you're making
161.
favourite to win this leg.
90. Jamie, you require 150.
Unless Jamie Atkins has the first tub plus finish of the night up his sleeve. The 150 isn't going to go, and so Tommy back for 71
85. Tommy, you
for
require
the break
71.
of the opening leg. Twin hand of double 16, now double 8.
55. Jamie, you require 65.
65 for Jamie. Double top it is. Double 10.
Game shot
In
in
it
the first
goes,
leg,
and
Jamie
Jamie's 1-0 up.
Atkins. Second leg, it's Tommy to throw first. Game on. 45.
Seems like there's no secrets anymore, is there, regarding the Tommy Morris game? Everyone seems to be very well aware of the pace at which he plays with. And they're going up there expecting it, because we saw in the last game, didn't we, Neil Duff just check his approach at times. We see there Jamie Atkins doing exactly the same. Just measuring the approach as he's coming into the hockey to make sure that he's playing at his pace. Not being brought in, not being embroiled by the pace and the rhythm that Tommy Morris plays
46.
with.
60. 137.
Well, decent return there for Jamie.
100. 100.
Well, Tunde leads him on a finish, but Morris should be better placed.
100.
He's himself on a two-darter. But if anybody so far tonight has looked most likely to take out a finish like this, it has been Jamie Atkins. But not that time.
40. Tommy, you require 96.
Oh, that kissed the wire.
60.
Well, two really close attempts, but neither could find a way
Jamie,
to.
you require
If anybody tonight has been capable of taking out a 120 attempt, it's been Jamie Atkins. He's got ball. But the bed was blocked, and so
42.
decided to go for the smallest
Tommy,
target on the board
36.
because he had a clear sight at it.
Game shot in the second leg. Tommy Morris.
Often seen as a bit of a
Third leg
cheeky
is
shot,
Jamie
really,
to
isn't
throw
it, that one?
first.
Tommy
Game
Morris, though, not being brought into that. No reaction whatsoever. Reminds me of a shot of last week, actually. One which I thought at the time was one of the greatest, cheekiest shots I've ever seen. Josh Rock, bull, one, bull for the 101 finish. He did ruin the illusion afterwards in the taxi on the way back home, because
15.
he did say on that occasion that actually the bullseye was sat perfectly in the bull, that he just used it as a marker. Thought it was better to go one bull than to go for the open bed,
96.
and worked out to be the case, so wasn't quite as flashy as we thought.
140. 100. 70. 42.
Well, this is just beginning to enter the category of scrappy right now.
55.
Jamie, having seen that visit from Tommy, is just trying to G himself up. He knows there's an opportunity here, despite having a bit of a stinker of a leg. He hasn't been punished, and he's trying to kick on, and that 140 will most certainly help him on his way.
$60. Jamie, you require 80.
So there's for 2-1. Now, this is the type of shot that's very awkward for Jamie. He's not going to see much of this.
40.
And there's no
Tommy, you
surprise,
require
consequently, he goes high with
161.
that effort. And so Tommy, he's unable to find the 161.
49.
And so this, to put
Jamie,
himself
you
2-1 to the good.
40.
And halfway towards 2 wins out of 2 to kickstart his night.
Game shot in the third leg.
No mistake.
Jamie Atkins.
Doesn't have to be special as long as he holds his throw. And that's exactly what he's done on a couple of occasions now.
Fourth leg is Tommy to throw first. Game on. 97. $57.
Well, I think one or two people
100.
expected fireworks in this game. It's been more like a damp Catherine wheel more than anything else.
95. $100.
Tell you now, this is a sort of game that when someone hits a maximum, a big finish, something like that, it will just carry the game through. Both players will react and respond, and that's what's
58.
happening at the moment. They're just sort of both going along with each other. Neither able to break the mould and really sort of take authority on this match.
100.
Although Tommy Morris got full authority on this leg.
$55. Tommy, you require 104.
He's got 6 from here.
72.
And he misses a dart, a double 16, a double quick time to peg Jamie back level.
60. Tommy, you require 32.
Well, it's flattened to deceive so far, isn't it? But Tommy
Game
Morris
shot in the
won't
full
care
bag,
because he's
Tommy
back
Morris.
on terms. 2-2.
Fifth leg, it's Jamie to throw first. Game on. $57. $138. $96.
You ready for tonight's tungsten teaser, Matt?
100.
I've been looking forward to this all night.
So this weekend sees the British Open return to the calendar. 50th anniversary tournament at the Bridlington Spa.
43.
Tonight's tungsten teaser is how many different players that have played at the Modus Super Series
136.
have won the British Open in both the men's and women's competition. How many different players have won the British Open that have played at the Super
58.
Series?
Tommy, you require 127. 45. $100. Tommy, you require 82.
So 82 for Tommy Morris to get the breaker further he needs at some point in this contest.
42. Jamie, you require 147. $139.
Could be the turning point of the game here.
Tommy,
Jamie
you
Atkins
require
on throw.
40.
As they now stand at the back of the stage, watch Tommy Morris 3 darts in hand here for the break, and the perfect time to get the breaker throw as well.
No score.
Doesn't happen. That is the perfect time to break. Command the hockey, command the
Jamie,
stage.
you require
Keep your
8.
opponent stood waiting. But now that big visit in the last shot, the 139 from Jamie Atkins, has given him this chance, has earned him this opportunity.
4.
Just in the theme of this game
Tommy,
so
you
far,
require 40.
opportunities not being taken.
Well, not just could these darts change this game, it could
Game
change
shot
the
in the fifth
complexion
leg,
of both
Tommy
players'
Morris.
nights, because Jamie Atkins there, with 3 darts in his hand to lead 3-2, be 1 away from 2 wins out of
Fifth
2,
leg,
and to leave
Tommy
Tommy
to
Morris
throw
pointless at the
first.
midway point of
Game
his
on.
night. But now Tommy Morris has got the break. He's thrown to ensure that both players at the halfway point have 1 win and
100.
1 defeat to their name.
$100. $96. $100. $80. $96.
Just when you start to think time beginning to run out there for Jamie Atkins, he finds a big treble 19 with the last start in hand.
180.
But what a time that is for Tommy Morrison to find the first match. Maximum of the match, even.
Well, he's turned the screw. Jamie Atkins missed those couple of darts,
43.
didn't he?
Tommy, you require 45.
To go 3-2 up. Tommy Morris stepped in, and now he has a multitude of opportunities to win this
13.
game. He's going to get 3 more when he comes back. Jamie Atkins may feel like this is a huge opportunity miss. However, he's going to pile the pressure on.
130.
Cannot
Tommy,
afford
you
to miss
require
this now.
32. Game shot.
And he's
the
not
match,
going to miss
Tommy
a second
Morris.
opportunity. And the turning point in that game was in leg 5. Jamie Atkins had 3 clear darts to go 3-2 up, missed them. Tommy Morris broke and went 3-2 up, and then held throw to secure a 4-2 win. It means both players are going to be on 2 points at the midway point of their night, and we're going to hit the midway point with a meeting between Neil Duff and Gemma Hayter. Welcome back to the live lounge in Portsmouth. You are watching the Modus Super Series, and we are live across the Pluto TV network of channels this evening. And before the break, we saw Thomas Morris get the better of Jamie Atkins by 4 legs to 2. And next up, we're going to see Neil Duff and Gemma Hayter go head-to-head. We're at the halfway point of the evening session now here in Portsmouth. The live lounge in Portsmouth, to be exact. And as far as these two are concerned, Neil Duff, 1 win so far. Gemma Hayter, 1 defeat. In fact, all 4 games have gone against the foe. If that trend's going to continue, then Gemma Hayter will pick up the points. And everybody will be smack bang level in terms of this league table. However, Neil Duff will already sense an opening arising in this group, because he'll know if he wins this game, then at the halfway point of the evening, he'll find himself 2 clear of everybody else in this Group B table.
He's been here so many times, hasn't he, Neil Duff? He's won it so many times. He knows all the stories, knows all the permutations, and right now, this is a group where everyone's beating everybody, which is exactly the way that we predicted it to go before a dart was thrown. So with that in mind, Neil Duff could pull himself away from the pack by finding a couple of consistent wins in the early parts of this group.
140. $55. 121.
Well, Duff 140 to take out the opening leg.
140.
And he's going to get time on his side to do exactly that. 6 darts from this point to get the opening chalk on the board. He's going to need the full quotation of darts. Can he just find a way through the middle?
60.
And able to get through the log jam.
Minimum requirement, though, in that situation for Neil Duff was keep him straight, find the 60.
45. Neil, you require 80.
Means just single, single to double, and the treble would be the bonus. Bonus it is. 2 darts at double 10.
Game shot in the first leg, Neil Duff.
Needs the 1. 14 darter there for Neil Duff. We said this could be a game where he stands up and be countered.
Second leg, it's Gemma to throw first. Game on.
Early indications suggest that Neil Duff may be about to take a bit of a grip on this Group B.
95. $60.
And history and records is something that's high up on his mind. He's somebody that everywhere he goes, he wants to leave a lasting impression. He's done that at the Lakeside, having won the WDF World title in 2022. He's already left an endemic mark on the Super Series already, but I think he knows that he can achieve GOAT-like status here. And he's trying to proclaim himself as the best to ever do it here in terms of titles won, in terms of things achieved. And it's a very realistic thing he can do. Because if you were to put in the top 10 of best players who have played here in terms of getting results over the last 3 years, he's high up on the list. Another one of them unable to get, but Gemma does have the luxury of 6 from this 156, and she's going to leave herself with a double after 12 to square the game up at 1 apiece. What a compare and contrast the first 2 legs have been for her.
100. Gemma, you
Great response,
16.
isn't it? Neil Duff, exceptional in that opening leg.
shot in the
Gemma
second
Hayter
leg,
takes it
Gemma
up another
Hayter.
level. Anything you can do, I can do better, she says. 13 darter for Gemma
Third leg, it's
Hayter.
Neil to throw first. Game on.
It's that reactive play, that responsive play, which has made her one of the very, very
60.
top talents in the female game right now.
And still very much at the outset of her journey, only 18 months after her comeback. Far,
59.
far from the finished article, but still very much at the top of the women's game. Very much a player that's pushing on the door when it comes to things like this. So at the Global Championship last year,
60.
the reigning Women's Tour champion, that's going to take place later on in November. Looking to defend the title that she won in 2024.
Well, sat number 5 on the Women's Series Order of Merit within the PDC system right now, Gemma Hayter, and only 4 players above her. Noah Lynn van Leuven, winner of a Challenge Tour event. Lisa Ashton,
60.
multiple-time women's champion, current Women's World Match Play winner. Fallon Sherrick and Bo Greaves need no introduction, sat in positions 1 and 2.
98.
And she's not far away from breaking into that sort of real elite now of the women's game, and maybe a position in the World Championships could really sort of be something to kickstart and move her to that next level.
Is she beginning to solidify her place in the game? Because obviously when she burst onto the scene, there was so much talk about it, as there would be. Now she's had a year to kind of settle into it. Have we kind of found where her place is? And that is at the elite, somebody trying to push and knock on the door of the big stuff now.
180.
Oh, certainly. Because as things stand, she is in a provisional spot for the World Championship at the Alexandra Palace in just a few months' time now. The season is due to kick into gear.
100. Neil, you require 46.
Top 4 guaranteed in, because Lisa Ashton has qualified for the World Match Play. There's still room for manoeuvre in terms of that 5th spot as Duff pins tops. And that's mainly because of Bo Greaves' positioning in the development tour de merit, because she's
4th leg, it's Gemma to throw first.
at this present moment in time number 2 in that order of merit, then she will have that as the priority in terms of World Championship seeding over the Women's Series. However, say for example, well, the only player realistic is going to do it, Owen Bates, gets in above and he doesn't qualify for the World Championship through the Pro Tour de merit, then it'd only be the top 4 on that particular series.
45.
But with a $3,000 lead, you would say that Bo Greaves is pretty much safe to get into that position via that particular series of events.
140.
Well, that was superb from Neil Duff. Followed by a superb visitor, Gemma Hayter's own, putting the task up to Neil Duff, averaging 104 right now.
Reactive and responsive was the 2 words I used for Gemma Hayter. I'm going to add another one. Reactive, responsive, and brilliant.
17 scored, yeah.
If only I could think of another word beginning with R that meant good.
Really good?
Yes, I'll take it.
60. Gemma, you require 36. Game shot in the 4th
data.
leg, Gemma Hayter.
And we are back level at 2 apiece. A superb game between these two.
First. Game on.
Gemma at this current moment in time averaging 101.66. Neil Duff 93.16. This has been the best game we've seen so far today. 213 darters for Gemma Hayter to square this game up at 2-2 after Neil Duff got the game going with a 14 darter of his own.
60.
Well, these are the types of games that we were hoping and expecting to see from this Group B tonight. And maybe it's just coming up to the boil as he reached the midway point of the evening.
100.
Plenty coming up once we're done here.
135.
Because you'll be able to watch some more darts once you're done with this. The International Pairs 2, Group C, Session 1. We'll be with you from 3 a.m. all the way through to 25 to 8 in the morning, where you can then watch the night session from that particular day. That takes you through to 11:15 when Jess Smith
129.
is
Neil, you require
on the Tungsten Talk. 161 for Neil Duff. Sixham here. And he's going to need that full quota.
82. $137.
And he's going to have to take
79.
because Gemma Hayter once again has left herself on a double after 12 on her leg.
59.
It doesn't go. And Gemma Hayter,
Gemma, you
remembers, won
require
both her legs in
40.
13 darts. She could do so for a third time here. Oh,
Game
this is
shot in the fifth leg,
exceptional.
Gemma Hayter.
Absolutely exceptional from Gemma Hayter. 3 legs, all won in 13 darts. An
Sixth
average of
leg is
104.5.
Gemma
3
to
from
3
4 on
Game
the
up.
doubles. 3-2 to the good. And now with the darts in her hand to win this game. And if she does so, everybody will be on 2 points at the halfway stage of the
94.
night.
Well, it's Neil Duff's turn now, isn't it, to see how
85.
we can respond to the performance of the opponent. This is brilliant, isn't it, from Gemma Hayter? And it looks like she's not under any sort of
55.
stress, any sort of pressure here right now. It just looks like she's out of canter. Looks like she can play like this all day.
$100. $55.
Gemma wins this 4-2. She goes top of the group. 14-1 outside as she was at the beginning of the night. Neil Duff went off 50-8 favourite with the
140.
odds compilers. And it looks like he may well be getting his break back.
100.
Gemma just keeps herself in touch there, but she's behind the throw now. It is in Neil Duff's hands to take this all the way.
100.
I like that play, going back
Neil,
at the
you
board
require
there again.
76.
Looking to round it off and brings it down nicely. It's just going to be one dart for Neil Duff. It's going to be a dart at tops to save the match.
56.
And for the second time in as
Gemma,
many
you
legs, he's
require
had one dart to
60.
save a leg, and it's dropped low. Gemma Hayter has 2 darts in her hand, a double top to complete a 4-2 victory. In it goes,
Game
and it
shot and the
means that
match,
following
Gemma Hayter.
the end of 5 games, everybody is level on 2 points. And for Gemma Hayter, that was her standout performance here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. Just underneath the ton in the end, 99.93. It was around about 104 for a long while. 4 from 6 on the doubles. And after the break, Nathan Potter will take on Tommy Morris. Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius? Yes. Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Lewandowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy time. So receive the trophy. £25,000. The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And one more time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison.
And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison!
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor!
One more time, your new Modus Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McEwen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series champion, retaining his title, the Luke Lidlow!
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where, as you can see, every single game so far tonight has gone against the darts in this Group B. So win apiece for Jamie Atkins, Neil Duff, Nathan Potter, Tommy Morris and Gemma Hayter. It's a bit pointless showing you the table, but we're going to show it to you anyway, because as you can see, it's like a Richie Benno scorecard. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Those of you of a certain vintage will know exactly what I'm on about there. Anyway, game number 6 is Nathan Potter up against Tommy Morris. And guess what? The winner of this one will move top of the group with 4 points to their name. For Nathan, he's played okay tonight. Had a little bit of an off patch, didn't he, at times against Gemma Hayter, but managed to recover the situation well. Lost playing well against Jamie Atkins. As far as Tommy Morris is concerned tonight, we kind of, I think, know where his baseline level's going to be.
First leg is Nathan
It's going to be low to mid-80s. He's going to score okay. Maybe need a couple of opportunities on the doubles in terms of finishing off legs and maybe finishing off matches. But you get the sense if Nathan
100.
plays to the type of numbers and the type of standard that he has done this
140.
evening, he should, theoretically on paper, have just a little bit too much. But this is a game played on wires, not on paper.
They'd be better off on the sisal rather than the wires, Henry. You don't score anything on the wires.
60.
No one likes a smart something or another.
68.
But they do like people that are correct.
$125. 58.
We've talked about games that may give us a good pace. Players that may get drawn into the speed of Tommy Morris. It'll be interesting to see how Nathan Potter deals with that. We knew we weren't going to get that in the opening
140.
game when he's gone against the likes of Neil Duff, Jamie Atkins,
83.
experienced
Nathan, you
players,
require
but
76.
Potter's learning on the job. Be interesting to see if that becomes a factor in this game. I'm sure he's come up against everybody of all sorts of different paces already.
36. Tommy, you
Certainly in
require
his time on the development
152.
Another not to be.
140.
But that 140
Nathan, you
leaves him on
require
a double
40.
if Potter bodges free at tots here.
Game shot
No
in the
mistake.
first leg.
First
Nathan
dart,
Potter.
straight in the middle of the bed. Potter one up.
Second leg, it's Tommy to throw first. Game on. 55. $140.
Well, 140 for Nathan. Piling it on the gun.
100. 49. $60. $140.
He's going about his business really well here, Nathan Potter, averaging just underneath a ton. He's had 3 2-treble turns already in this game.
80.
A couple of 1-treble turns. He's hardly straying wide with much. And at the moment, having just a bit too much for Tommy Morris.
Yeah, seems to be really enjoying this match, and that is again one of the dangers of the pace of being a player like Tommy Morris. You allow people to essentially have no opponent. It feels like you're up there just practicing because you've always got a chance to get quickly to the hockey. He's fast in his approach, he's fast in his delivery, he collects them quick.
Nathan, you require
It's as if he's
40.
never there.
Well, he's left tops after 12 for the break of a 2-0 lead. Double 10. That should be handy. He thought that was in. But a click of the barrel
20. Tommy,
is
you
not
require
found.
66.
It was such an inviting guide. But Morris here to square up at 1 apiece. 1 dart at tops.
46.
But he cannot punish
Nathan, you
Potter,
require
who has
20.
3 more at double 10.
Game shot.
Well,
the
this
second
time there
leg,
is no
Nathan
mistake.
Potter.
And Potter moves 2-0 to the good. A pair of 16 darters,
Third leg is
32
Nathan
darts
to throw first.
send him towards the
Game on.
halfway point of victory.
$140. $45.
Time starting to run out here for Tommy Morris. Potter continues to find the big scores. In this short format game, you don't really have the time to
65.
turn it around. I'm interested by that dart though.
100.
We've seen Potter go different routes already. Not quite sure of the reasoning of the bullseye shot there.
The only thing I can think of is a 140 here means he leaves himself on 156. So a couple of trebles will
100.
leave himself a dart at the outer ring, where if he left himself on 301, a 140 will leave himself on 161, where he needs a couple of trebles to leave himself a
140.
dart at the bullseye. That's the only rhyme or reason I can think of.
Yeah, it feels like a bit of a dart burnt really, doesn't it? Even if you hit the bullseye, you still need 2 trebles to get down to a finish essentially.
100.
Always intrigued to hear about
125.
different theories
Nathan,
and
you
different ways in
require
which the game can be
96.
played. But this one should be much more simple. Certainly now. Bit tricky there, you can see how he's blocked
Game
it up.
shot
What
in the
a
third
dart
leg,
that is!
Nathan Potter.
Looked like the dart was going to block part of the bed. Potter takes out the 96. He's a leg away now.
Fourth leg
Tommy
is
Morris
Tommy
had a
to
good
throw
leg there, an
first. Game
improvement. He was ready to strike should the opportunity present itself, but nothing is presenting itself here for Tommy
140.
Morris. Just the 1 dart at a double so far in this match.
Well, that really was the dart of a wizard there, wasn't it? Crept in on the barrel and just about snuck underneath.
60.
Could have easily have ended much worse for Nathan there.
63.
I nearly said something really stupid there.
Don't change the habit of a lifetime.
I was
60.
going down the same roads as like the Wizard of Oz, Simon Whitlock. And I was going to think, why do they call
60.
Nathan the Wizard?
And then the penny dropped.
Yeah, I just think with the Wizard being used though, maybe he should have been the Wand.
89. $180.
Well, it's Tommy that's weaving his magic wand right now. Looking for 58 for 5 visit
100.
response.
Tommy, you
To
require
reduce the
58.
gap back down to 3-1. Top
Game shot in the 4th leg, Tommy Morris.
Tots is foul. Back to 3-1. Potter has the darts for the match.
Fifth leg, it's Nathan to throw first.
I think one of the things that I do
on.
like is how Tommy Morris, we can see there, his back's up against the ropes. He comes out swinging. The 180, the fire in the belly. He thinks he can turn this one around. Does need to find a couple of breaks if he's going to do so. But right now he's locked in. Look at the eyes.
140.
Gonna face the determination of Tommy Morris. He believes.
$100.
16, 16, 15, 14. World-class battle so far.
140.
Well, John Part has a famous theorem, doesn't he? A good game is a good game when legs don't go beyond 5 visits.
85.
And even when we stray beyond 5 visits, it's only been by 1 dart at a double. I would do the Canadian
91.
accent, however, I'm sure we'd like this channel to stay on air. So 176 left to complete.
47.
One
Tommy,
victory.
you're
Morris 130 to keep it going. That's a perfect guy for a second. The single leads the ball.
105. Nathan, you
Is
require
that quick? You sound like a racehorse commentator trying to call it in. Could be the bullseye again. This time, though, it's for the match.
104.
But Potter cannot pin it.
Tommy, you require 25. Game shot in the fifth
Great
leg.
composure.
Tommy
Just
Morris.
took a second. Finds a double eight. And all of a sudden, what looks so comfortable for Nathan Potter is becoming
Sixth
a little
leg,
bit
it's
more of a
Tommy to
battle.
throw
Because
first.
Tommy
Game
Morris
on.
is pegging Potter back leg by leg.
60.
That's one of the breaks of which you would need.
$100. $123. $140.
I'll tell you one thing I also like about Nathan is he's not somebody that lets his head drop, does he? Keeps himself at an equal kilter irrespective of what's happening in a game.
Especially if you could just see the demeanour right now of Tommy Morris, because Tommy Morris has done nothing but portray confidence since being 3-0 down.
97.
He's not folding, he's not wilting one bit.
60.
It's been a magic
Nathan, you
performance
require
here.
164.
Starting to wave his wand.
For there to be some way to win it. The bullseye. The pin of
Game
Potter
shot and
bends
the
the
match,
ball
Nathan
to
Potter.
seal a 4-2 win. Well, that was superb from this hot young talent. This tungsten hotshot with another golden moment on the live lounge stage. Well, that's some way to win a match. And what a match it was. Nathan Potter 4, Tommy Morris 2. And both players averaging deep in the 90s. 97 for Nathan, 96 for Tommy. And for Nathan Potter, he moves to the top of the group. Jamie Atkins and Neil Duff is our next match on the other side of these commercial messages.
You will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart for the match.
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit.
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And the Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go for tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up, to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Gablas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He's 2 darts away
Jeff requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. He's Usher losing his cool a little bit here.
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone, and you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Vansky's halfway to victory.
He only needs 1 more. Jimmy Vansky is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Vansky do the same? Just needs the 1 treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.
Game. Shot. And the Modus Super Series 11 champion, Jeff Smith.
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where Nathan Potter got the better of Tommy Morris by 4 legs to 2 before the break. Game number 7, a meeting between Jamie Atkins and Neil Duff. And just like the previous game, the winner of this one will move on to 4 points in the table. Neil was involved in the game of the night in match number 5. Lost by 4 legs to 2 against Gemma Hayter. Despite averaging just in excess of 94 in that contest, it was the 3 darts he missed at double that came back to cost him, because every single time he missed, it was 1 dart, wasn't it, or the back of combinations at tops and a couple of legs that cost him so dearly. Gemma Hayter picking up the pieces and picking up a 4-2 win, which means that both players are now looking to chase the tail of Nathan Potter at the top of the table.
Throw first. Game
2 players have got their nights off to winning starts, and 2 players who lost their second games. That's a tale of each other's tape this evening. 2 players who met in Group
91. $45.
Do have to say, Matt, despite the fact we've had a lot of games go tight, every single game's got at least 4-2 this evening. We've gone at a fair good pace.
It's because the standard's been good, hasn't it? And the
100.
certainly on the doubling. Not really been a game where we've seen too many missed opportunities. The most missed opportunities was from Tommy Morris against Jamie Atkins, missing 12 darts out of the 16 he thrown at a double. Other than that, it's been a very, very solid night for the finishing. They get a chance, they take it.
44.
That's what we expected to see as well, wasn't it, from this Group B when we saw the lineup.
$140.
So type of fixture, I think both players are released. They both play at a similar pace. They both play
96.
the game in similar ways. They're 2 players that wear their hearts on their sleeve. They don't mind getting involved in a bit of a scrap, but all will be fair in the art of darting war.
45.
Well, I'm going to ask you in a moment the oracle of Super Series knowledge. A very intriguing question. I'm going to ask you that in the very next leg, because that is inviting for Jamie Atkins. Bullseye.
145.
Fine effort there, but Neil Duff able to take this out, so ineffective at the moment in regards to challenging for this leg.
125. Jamie, you require 25.
Put some pressure on this 25. 2 8s. Double 4.
21.
Doesn't go, and so Neil Duff
you
returns,
require
looking at
86.
86 for the break. And the opening leg of the contest. Treble 14 with the option to leave tops. But 2 slips means that Atkins will return for double 2.
28.
To take leg 1.
Jamie, you require 4.
Can he slide one through the posts?
No score.
Well, that was what he tried, but to the
Neil,
same
you
result
require
as the 2 darts
58.
either side of it. And so Duff for a break opportunity, which he may perhaps feel thankful for, but that's a second missed single in succession. But
Game
no
shot in the
mistake
first
on the
leg,
double
Neil
when he
Duff.
gets there. The 2 18s is found. Neil Duff gets the break. 1-0 to the good.
Second leg is Neil to throw first.
May not be playing
Game on.
anywhere near his A game, but one up he is.
Question time.
43.
So, if we was to develop a Modus Super Series ranking list, where points would be divided over performances in Group A, Group B, Group
100.
C, Champions Week campaigns, weekly wins, all of the various wins and losses records, where would Neil Duff rank on that list?
Now, that is a good question you, good sir, ask.
I thought so.
140.
I reckon about number 4. Andreas, I reckon, would be top of the list because of what he's won in terms of the
100.
3 Triple Crown events. Jimmy, I'd go number 2 just because, again, he's come close.
140.
Steve West probably goes 5, and Tom's like, and the only reason, well, you say that,
It's good, isn't it? It's a good question.
140.
it's good. Very good.
I think this is one we may need to pose to our viewers tomorrow to write in and give us their top 16 Super Series ranking.
Yeah, I think this is one of them that we, I think we need to get our social team
46.
to
Jamie,
tweet
you
and
require
get some responses
161.
from. Jamie looking at 161 here. Not to be.
57. Neil, you require 132.
I'm going to make a change in a minute. Anyway, Neil 132. Gemini team gets it. Bullseye for the champagne finish.
Game shot
how
second
about
leg,
it?
Neil Duff.
How about a bit of midnight champagne from the Duff man?
Third leg, it's Jamie to throw first. Game on.
So I'm going Harrison 1,
96.
Van Schie 2.
And is this all time or is this in 2025?
I'm going from day dot. 2025 is a different story. I'll give you do you
140.
want a 2025 list instead?
So where does Luke Littler rank then on the all-time list? The only ever back-to-back 2-time champion.
32.
So if we're going all time, Andreas and Jimmy due to sheer volume. Luke then comes third.
Even though Jimmy's never won a series. And Luke's won 2.
81.
I'm going just on the basis 1 more weeks. It's a difficult one because it's like
140.
comparing apples and pears, isn't it?
Great question though, isn't it? As Neil Duff halves the score, leaves himself on 140 here on the Jamie Atkins throw. Atkins in a spot of bother here.
120.
Great utilisation there of the bullseye and of the marker dart. I was talking about how the marker dart can be used to affect last week on the European Tour. Josh
55.
Rock, bull one
Jamie,
bull.
you require 113.
Well, he's not going to go bull 13 bull. But what he is going to do is find the
Game shot in the third
113
leg,
by
Jamie
pinning the
Atkins.
tops. Back-to-back tub plus finishes in back-to-back legs. This game
Fourth leg
brewing
is
up quite
Neil to throw
nicely, and Jamie
first.
Atkins has brought it
Game
back
on.
to 2-1. Well, if we were to do a top 5 of this year,
140.
if we're going to do a Super Series 2025 Order of Merit, as Jamie Atkins piles in a 180, who goes in that top 5?
$140.
You do realise, Henry, when I ask you a question, you can't just reframe it and throw it back at me again.
93.
I can as the lead commentator. My name was at the top of the name strap.
135.
Yeah, I'd like to hear what the viewers think on that one.
58. Neil, you require 86.
But what a leg again. This is for Neil Duff. The scoring phase exceptional. Looking at a possible 11 darter. 12 will do.
54.
Jamie Atkins earlier on in this game had a shot at the 170. Wired the bullseye on that occasion. Won't get any closer here.
58.
A good, confident,
Neil, you
solid
require
holder
32.
throw here for Neil Duff as the stats continue to climb.
Game shot in the fourth leg, Neil Duff.
So 3-1 to Neil Duff. So
Fifth
I've
leg
come up
is
with
Jamie to
5.
throw
Now,
first. Game on.
my 5 for this year in terms of performances here, they may not always be representative of titles, but in terms of people that I think
134.
have really stood out. Shane McGurk, 2 weekly wins. Jimmy Van Schie, Jess Smith, course series
135.
champion. Derek Coulson constantly knocks on the door. And Danny Van Tripe is my other.
140.
Weekly winner. Lost in a weekly final. Specials week winner. And I don't think we're going to see Danny Van Tripe here next year.
60.
I think we see him back on tour. In fact, I can't see Danny here next year. I think Shane McGurk, will have his best chance ever getting a tour card next year.
60.
I think he's really kicked, from the Lakeside win, I think he has really kicked on. Just giving him the kick up the backside to really improve as a player.
Well, that was brave, that from Neil Duff. It's paid off, it's worked. Had he not found the treble 20, would not have left the finish.
Neil, you
Instead,
require
now 126 for the
126.
match and a great conversion. Looking at converting the 306 in 6. He gets to 26.
86. Jamie, you require 68.
Double 16 to keep the game going.
52.
Unable to get, and so Duff
Neil, you require 40.
looking at tops for a 4-1 win. Average just under 98.
Game shot and the
13
match,
darter
Neil
to
Duff.
round it off, and Neil Duff moves on to 4 points in the league table. Courtesy of that 4-1 success against Jamie Atkins. And now the Duff man may feel like he can really get things going, because he'll play Nathan Potter in game 9. The winner will be on 6 points and top overnight. Tommy Morris and Gemma Hayter go toe-to-toe next. welcome back to the Modus Super Series. 3 games left on this Thursday night. Before the break, we saw Neil Duff make it 2 wins out of 3. And doing so in impressive style. Average of 98.11, a 4-1 win over Jeremy Atkins. It also means that we will not have the scenario where all 5 players will finish level on 4 points in the group, because Nathan Potter and Neil Duff will have a meeting in game number 9, which will see one of them guaranteed 6 points for their evening. Morris and Hayter going head-to-head in game number 8. The winner will move on to 4 points. For Tommy, this is the end of his evening. This is his last match of the night. For Gemma, she's only at the halfway point of proceedings. Could still potentially finish on 6 points for the session. Could the Gosport ace? For Tommy, he's looking not to be cut adrift at the bottom of the table.
97.
For Gemma, it's how close she can be to replicating that performance against Neil Duff. An average just shy of 100. She was exceptional, wasn't
42.
she? In the early part of the game, it looked like Neil Duff was going to command proceedings. Gemma Hayter had none of it. Responsive, reactive and brilliant, I think was the way I described it.
60.
And I think you'd be exactly correct in terms of the sentiment of that assessment.
43. 96. 100. Gemma, you require 108.
Gemma looking at 108 for the break in the opening leg of this contest. Stay there. For Shanghai and 18s. Oh, that's a superb start. And we really are flying in the ton plus column now. That's the 4th ton plus checkout we have seen in 3 matches. Gemma Hayter becoming the 4th different player to hit one. And she gets a breaker throw in the path of the course 15. She leads 1-0. And I've got to say, Matt, she is finding numbers and levels that we know she's capable of, but maybe hasn't shown yet on this stage.
I will say she has shown it on this stage, but not as consistently as she is doing here. We've seen a good performance from Gemma Hayter. She's never really backed it up. We've seen good moments from Gemma Hayter, but we've not seen what we're seeing here, where it's just
95.
consistent brilliance and bombardment of the treble 20. This is the best complete evening I think we have seen so far.
180.
She is flying. Absolutely flying. First 180 of the game. I know it's only early days, but an average of 108.25. And you would not back against this 136 going. But that's a good guide. She could have nestled her way through with a treble, looking to find a way through the middle and 45. Able to do so. He's a little bit susceptible if Tommy can score big here. And score big he will. 140 leads him on 42.
91.
Well, what can she see of this?
66.
Not enough. And so Morris looks at 42 to square up. Set on his way.
34.
And then the double 8 goes a begging. And so Gemma will return for 25. 17 double 4 will always be the memo for Gemma Hayter on 25. That's her plate. And it's a perfect plate. And she leads by 2 legs to 0 in this contest.
3rd leg, it's Tommy to throw first. Game on.
32 darts for the first 2 legs. And this game is being played at whippet-like pace.
$121. $100.
Well, you better be quick because we're going to be doing the answer to the tungsten teaser in the next game. And the question is this.
120.
The British Open takes place this weekend. Of course, the men's and women's competition. How many players have played at the Modus Super Series
57.
and won that competition? We'll give you the answer to that in Game 9, the meeting between Neil Duff and Nathan Potter. Tweet us at MSS Darts with your answer to tonight's Tungsten Teaser. And if you get it right, we might
100.
even give you a shout out live on air. So please do get in contact with tonight's Tungsten Teaser. As Gemma Hayter,
100. Gemma, you require 100.
averaging here 98.27 and 160 points away from a 3-0 lead. That is perfect. Begging for a second. Finds it double top. Well, that is absolutely out of the top draw. Amazing from Gemma Hayter. A gemstone of a shot.
Game up.
She's 3-0 to the good, averaging 102.48. Punching in world-class numbers.
And for Tommy Morris, he must be wondering what he's
59.
done wrong in the last 20 minutes or so. And certainly within the last 4 legs of which he has played. There has been 2
100.
finishes. A 1-6-4 finish for the match, hit by Nathan Potter against Tommy Morris. And the second biggest finish of the day, the 160 now hit by Gemma Hayter against Tommy Morris.
100.
Walked into a couple of haymakers.
And you can see that it has just
140.
knocked a little bit of the stuffing out of Tommy because he is playing at a lot more of a tempo.
85. $45.
Gemma Hayter, this is exceptional.
140.
World class by any standard. We know what she's capable of. We've seen it on the women's series. We've seen glimpses of it here. But this is by far the best we've seen of Gemma Hayter in front of the cameras. This is for a third ton plus checkout. Double top.
97.
Just underneath.
Tommy, you require 76.
For a saviour. This has to go.
Game shot in the fourth leg. Tommy
Clean,
Morris.
confident finish there for Tommy Morris. He was doing that with a smile on his face. Maybe feels the game's a little bit too far gone to turn around, but he was in the same situation in the last game against Nathan Potter. 3-0 down. Started to reel it back, started to claw him back, and it was only the 1-6-4 finish that stopped the charge.
Gotta give credit to Tommy Morris because after everything that's been thrown at him, he really could have folded like a supermarket suit.
125.
But he's putting the task up to the tour champ. And suddenly Gemma Hayter's being posed a question or two.
96.
But it's just a constant barrage of big treble hitting. 9-1 treble scores. 5-2 treble scores and the max for Gemma Hayter. She's finding something big every single turn.
98.
And that scoring prowess and power has just been a little bit too much for the gun in this game.
78. Gemma, you require 167.
Well, this would be some way to round it off. Treble 19. Just underneath.
99. Tommy, you require 151.
Be happy with the lead, though, no doubt. Should be getting at least a match start here. It's now out the hands of Tommy Morris.
93.
He's got to stand and hope.
Gemma, you require 68.
And he wouldn't back against Gemma having 2 here, the way she's been finding troubles. It's only going to be the 1 match start. And that match start's going to be at tops.
28.
And that match start was not far
Tommy, you
away. It was
require
well
58.
thrown just above the wire. But Tommy Morris has snuck around.
18.
But now he's Mr. Dart at
Gemma,
tops,
you
and that could be
require
curtains for the
40.
gun. Gemma Hayter with back-to-back Premier
Game shot and the
performances.
match, Gemma Hayter.
And that 4-1 win and a second consecutive average of 99 puts her to the summit of the table. She could potentially end the night on 6 points, courtesy of a big win over Tommy Morris. That's the tail of the tape. A couple of tough plus finishes just took the game away from the gun. A high-quality affair. Next up, one of Neil Duff and Nathan Potter will be guaranteed to end the night on 6 points.
He will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart.
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit!
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And he Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2.
Did he go for tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Gablas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He is 2 darts away
requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Van Skee's halfway to victory.
He only needs one more. Jimmy Van Ski is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Van Ski do the same? Just needs the one treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.
Game. Shot. And the Modus Super Series 11 champion, Jeff Smith.
Hammer, Andy Hamilton!
From 3-0 down, he now has 2 darts. Only needs 1.
We don't know where his career is going to go from here, but he looks really comfortable up there.
It's double 8. And Jemai Vanden hit it.
Two titles are lovely, but 3 are sugar sweet. It's not 4 out of 4, but it is double 4.
Well, we're going to see the aura of Reece Robinson. They've always been looking at him. They've always touted him for great things. And we're also going to be watching Jurgen van der Velde, a really impressive young talent from the Netherlands. And on the subject of impressive Dutch talents, Jemai van den Herik will be here as well. Gary Stone in Group B alongside Adam Mould and Andy Hamilton. In Group C, Henry Coates, David Pallet, Adam Winspear will be here. And that is Monday morning from 9:30 here on Pluto TV. Jemai Van den Herik actually could have a choice to make in a few months' time because he's provisionally in a spot for the Alexandra Palace, currently in a qualifying position for the ADC Global Championship. So whatever happens, it looks like he's going to have a very strong end to the 2025 season. But who is going to have a very strong end to tonight? Let's find out as Neil Duff and Nathan Potter go head-to-head. It's game 9 of 10 that we're going to watch on this Thursday night. And we're going to watch it with Sir Matthew of Edgar.
First leg is Neil to throw first. Game on.
Well, the last 3 darts that was thrown in a game by Nathan Potter was the 164 finish to resist the challenge of Tommy Morris. You feel though that's the level he's going to have to reach. Neil Duff's been great tonight, hasn't he? He really has been good. He's picked up 2 of the 3 matches so far, but averages of 89, 94 and 98. And the interesting thing is he's got better
100.
as the day has gone on. And my concern at the start of the night for Neil Duff was maybe the performance would tail off a little bit as the day went on, because he's had a lot of hours in his day today. Well,
45.
his day yesterday, should we say now, as we get into Friday morning, 12:30 here in the UK.
$60.
There's one thing for sure you can say about Neil Duff. He certainly knows how to manage his day, doesn't he? He knows how to try and bring himself up to that peak level of performance. It's quite tricky when you're playing in the evening, trying to know how to fill up those hours. Making sure you don't do too much. Making sure you don't do too little. Just trying to
100.
loosely stay active. Keep the mind on something different other than thinking of the game that is coming your way. Something Neil Duff's been a master at.
Well, it's one of the astutest players we've ever had here at the Super Series.
100. Neil, you require 156.
And he's looking at 156 here, and he'll know there's an opportunity opening here if he could win this game. That's just underneath. Confirmed by the shake of the head there, but that 140 does leave himself on a double.
You require 141.
Nathan Potter's last finish on this stage was a 164. He's not going to back it up with a 141. And so 82. Neil here has got 3 darts at double 6 to go 1-0 up in the match.
Game shot.
Only needs the 1.
Neil Duff.
1 up. 16 darter for the former champion of the world. The star emblazoned on the back of the shirt. And his goal will be to make it number 2 at the Lakeside
140
in late November. Since winning that Lakeside crown on his debut, a couple of quarter-final defeats have come his way.
140.
Well, there's the gold star on the back of Neil Duff's shirt.
85.
I was speaking to Devon not too long ago.
100.
Devon Peterson, that is. And he was saying that as the first global champion, he's going to try and make his own stamp on what he wants to put on his shirt. Not quite sure what he's gone with yet. He said he was going to tell us, but he's leaving us in suspense. Now, we saw him take the 1-2-1 out this way in his previous appearance at the Rising Stars series.
85.
Unable to get, but the next best job is leave himself want to finish after a dozen darts to square this game at 1 apiece. What a contest this is so far. I know we've not got to the end of leg 2, but both players averaging in excess of 100.
Game shot in the second leg. Nathan Potter.
Flick off and in 14 darter. Back level at 1-1.
Third leg, it's Neil to throw first. Game on. $99.
Well, I did promise you the answer to the tungsten teaser in
140.
this game. I'm not going to leave you shortchanged. How many players have played at the Modus Super Series and won the British Open?
75.
Do you want to guess?
17.
I tell you what, you're not too far away. 20. 16 in the men's tournament, 4 in the women's tournament. I would rattle off the list, but I don't think we've got enough time. Particularly the way these two are going, because this is a tremendous matchup.
140.
The two treble scoring has been delightful. 4 two-visit turns apiece for the pair in this game. Yet to see a max.
$60. $171. Nathan, you require 161. Yeah, 99 left. 122. Neil, you require
Great recovery
16.
there with the last start, but you do feel the 161 had to
Game
go, and it
shot in the
did.
third
Neil
leg.
Duff, a
Neil
13
Duff.
darter there to re-establish the lead. The performance has got
Fourth leg
better
is Nathan to
game
throw
on game
first.
for
Game
Neil
on.
Duff, and that, as things stand, looks to be the continuing trend.
100.
Feels like one of those weeks, doesn't it, where someone's going to get through on 6 points.
85. $135. $140. $140.
Well, that 140 leads Nathan and 126. The average is here 107 for Neil Duff, 106 for Nathan Potter.
100.
I know we were
Nathan,
talking
you
about
require
tier lists for
126.
players. Well, this would go up in the tier list of matches if these two carry on at this kind of pace, and it goes all 7 legs.
$94. $100.
Ton leaves Duff on
Nathan, you require
76,
32.
leaves him lurking for a break, which will put him too clear. But Potter on a double after 12 is going
Game
to take
shot
out
in
in
fourth leg,
14.
Nathan Potter.
How good is he as well at using a marker, using a first dart marker? There's hardly been time
leg
tonight
is
where
Neil
he's
to
had a
throw
dart that's
first. Game
pitched
on.
on the outside of a bed and he's not then found next dart.
$95.
It feels like the winning legs have all been around this sort of area tonight, doesn't it? Around that sort of 15 darter, give or take 1.
60.
Just look at those numbers. Look at what that relates to. A quality contest.
Bit of a contrast from this afternoon.
100.
Well, this is world class. I don't care what arena you watch darts in. You can't help but be mesmerised by a standard like
85.
this. Neil Duff is touching 110 average.
$137.
For perspective, His PB here is
107.36.
107.36. Outside of here, he's never actually had a ton plus average in a recorded competition.
49.
Although, in all fairness to Neil, a lot of the stuff he would have played early on in his career, and some of the stuff he may still play, wouldn't have a recording of average which would go into certain databases and systems. But this for 3-2, it's another 13 darter. Neil Duff is averaging 108. He's 3 out of 3 on his doubles. And with his second 13 darter of the match, moves within one leg of 6 points overnight.
And with darts like that, it's just giving Potter no opportunity here to get a breaker throw unless he's going out in 9.
$60.
But he is staying in touch in this game. And the longer you stay in a match, the more chance you've got of an opportunity presenting itself. Certainly when you're throwing over 100 average yourself.
$100.
I think the real impressive thing here is both players throwing well in excess of 100. 105 plays 103, but we've only had the one maximum, which just shows how good it's been in that
100.
consistent barrage of the treble 20.
I'll tell you what, let's have a look at the scoring power. Well, we'll have a look at the scoring power pack if we get to a next leg. But in terms of the 2 treble hitting, Neil Duff's had 7 of those turns. Well, it's actually 7 apiece now in that department. Potter looking at 161. So we've got the treble 18 to leave the bull if he wanted to go for the bull. But what he is going to do,
129.
yet again, a player leaving a double after 12. It's happening leg on leg in this contest. This really is up there with the Super Series classics. Of that, there's no doubt.
32.
And perhaps it's fitting a game like this gets a last leg. And that's exactly what we're going to get with the third 13 darter we have seen in this game. There's only been one leg that's gone beyond the 15 dart mark. And that was the opening leg. And that was 16. We've sat here and watched a lot of games together, Matt. And this is up there with one of the best of them.
Not just in regards to the standard, but also in regards to the flow and the feel and the rhythm that this game is played with. Easy on the eye. As we find just our second maximum of the game.
Well, this has been an absolute pleasure to watch. Second 180 of the game. Potter's got to find a 140 here. Has to find a 140. You feel like a ton doesn't suffice.
140.
Well, he's playing his part, isn't he, Potter? That is 5 big power trebles here in his opening 6 darts. He's doing all he can.
100.
Trying to carve out an opportunity on the Neil Duff throat.
60. Neil, you require 121.
After 6 legs, 9 darts. Can't split them.
It's bullseye for the win.
90.
Well, Neil Duff has had an attempt
121.
at 1-2-1 he couldn't find. Nathan Potter looking at 1-2-1 to win it. And it'd be back-to-back games that he'd win with a ton plus checkout if he finds. It's the bullseye for Potter.
96.
He came closer but still
Neil,
couldn't find.
31.
And so Neil Duff to bring the curtain down on one of the all-time games here at the Live Lounge. Looks at 8-8. Nathan Potter looks in despair. But Neil Duff is looking at the summit of the group, having won one of the best games you will see on that stage. An average of 104.32 for the former world champion. As for Nathan Potter, an average of 106.08. And it just wasn't good enough. Neil Duff wins 4-3. He moves on to 6 points overnight. But Gemma Hayter could go top of the group overnight if she can get the better of Jamie Atkins on the other side of this short break. Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius?
Yes.
Let's do it then.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion, is Lucky D, Darius Lewandowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy time. So receive the trophy. £25,000.
The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And one more time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor?
One more time, your new Modus Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McEwen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series champion, retaining his title, the Nuke, Luke Lidlow!
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series. Final game of the night is a meeting between Gemma Hayter and Jamie Atkins. And before the break, we saw one of the best games that you'll ever be likely to witness on this amazing Super Series live lounge stage. And Neil Duff against Nathan Potter. Neil winning 4-3 with an average of 104.32. Nathan Potter missed a dart at the ball off the back of a 1-2-1 checkout and lost despite averaging 106.8 in that contest. But talking about players doing great things, Gemma Hayter has been absolutely sublime tonight. Back-to-back 99 averages. Actually had a dart in both of those
First
games
leg
to
is Gemma to throw first.
average a ton in the pair.
Game on.
And she takes on Jamie Atkins in the final game of the night. And we'll learn a lot more about the table come the end of this one. A win for Gemma. And she'll move above Neil Duff and to the top of the table overnight by way of legs difference. A win for Jamie Atkins. Neil Duff would lead the way, the only player on 6 points.
93.
You'd then have Gemma, Nathan and Jamie all on 4 points in the group. And Tommy Morris would be bringing up the rear in the table, with the only player having amassed 2 points over the course of the 4 games played.
140.
Jamie Atkins has played okay tonight, but is it also fair to say that it's been a little bit patchy, and when push has come to shove,
135.
there's been times that maybe he's been found wanting?
Well, he's wanting in regards to the league table, isn't he, right now? currently only just picked up the 1 win. That was in his opening game against Potter. Maybe got him at the right time before he really settled in and produced what he's done at the back end of the day. But you feel this is a vital game here for Jamie Atkins. I mean, he's got points on the board. You get 2 points, you've still got a genuine chance of getting through to Saturday night. But
Jamie, you require 134.
could be getting himself cut a little bit adrift here if he isn't to get the points against Gemma Hayter. Just which version of Gemma do we get? Do we get the version we've had for the last couple of games? Because the version against Neil Duff and Tommy Morris was absolutely brilliant. So far, though, this the Gemma Hayter that played against Nathan Potter in the opening game.
75.
That was the key towards her success in those games. May not have been prolifically hitting things like 180s or 140s, but she was constantly hitting a ton of it at the very, very minimum.
Game
She's
shot.
not going to get a look at the 86 as Atkins pins the double 6 off the back of the 75 combo. And it is the Wolverhampton Wanderer
Second leg
who
is
leads by a
Jamie
leg
to
to
throw
nil with a break
first.
in hand.
Game on. $100. $60. $57. $125.
Well, I'm sure there's many people tuning in, watching this tonight, and
140.
would have absolutely loved every single dart. There hasn't really been a bad game, has there, all evening long? We'll be back to do it all again tomorrow afternoon from 1 o'clock with Group C. And then I'm out the chair, and Sam Molyneux will be back in the chair tomorrow night from 10 o'clock. And
100.
I'll tell you what, he has got some group to mull his eye over.
$46. Jamie,
I
you
might
require
crowbar this door
104.
shut, because this has been an absolute delight. Double 20, double top, has to move across, the flight's in the way.
64. Gemma, you require 170.
Oh, how this would hurt. But there ain't going to be a Hayter haymaker.
And how it would have fit in with the way that she's been playing throughout this evening. She's taking out a 160, similar sort of
Jamie,
shot.
you require 40.
2 trebles for a poke, but that one would have been at the bullseye. It was tops on that occasion, though. And it's 10s now for Jamie Atkins, chasing it round.
No score. Gemma, you require 110.
110 for Gemma. Oh, this would sting. This would sting.
90.
That would have been
Jamie, you require 40.
like a bee hitting your arm. Surely a clip off the barrel and
Game
in.
shot in the
That's
second
exactly
leg,
what happens.
Jamie Atkins.
And Jamie Atkins moves 2-0 to the goods.
Third leg, it's Gemma.
Just
to
have a
throw
look through the
first.
numbers to
Game
see if
on.
we can see any sort of indication of where the problem may have lied for Jamie Atkins tonight. And in the last 3 games, it's been the finishing. Just a little over
100.
20% for his last 3 matches. That's including this one and the games against Morris and Duff. We normally say to be successful here at the Super Series, you need to be at that 1 in 3,
97.
33%. Anything better than that, you're going to be with a chance.
$45. $60. $100.
I think it's fair to say that tonight's the night that week 3 has come alive.
134.
This is the type of standard and the type of names and the type of caliber which really wouldn't have gone amiss in a Champions Week Group B, if we'd be perfectly honest.
60.
But incredibly, of the 5 players in this group, only Neil Duff has played at a Champions Week before. The only weekly winner in this particular
90.
field. Which just doesn't feel right for some reason. Atkins looking at 120 to open up a 3-0 lead to get the double breaker throw and to put himself in full control of the contest. Or put him one away from the win. Can't be done now. And so Hayter, 114.
Gemma, you require 114.
To half the deficit. It's double top. And that would have been Tom plus checkout number 3 of the night.
Require 40.
But they're the only opportunity she's getting in this game. Jamie Atkins keeping Gemma Hayter at arm's reach.
Game shot in the third leg. Jamie Atkins.
Managing this game very well is Jamie Atkins. We've said the performance hasn't been there all night, but it certainly is here.
I think this is what you call a professional job well done, isn't it?
Yeah, this is good. It's got the double breaker throw, restricting the opportunities. Gemma Hayter, being the good player she is always going to get an opportunity, but it's those sort of combinations she's getting, is it? 114, 117, that sort of range.
He's very street smart as a player, though, isn't he, Jamie? I think he knows when to do the right thing at the right time, and he also knows when an opponent's feeling it, feeling the pressure a bit, and he knows when to put his foot on the accelerator. He's got a very good brain in there, as Jamie.
60.
You can just see him there assessing the scoreboard on the way through, seeing where the land lies, seeing if there's any damage done from those couple of troublous visits, and when he saw there wasn't, he knows it's still all completely in his control, and that 140 just noses him in front, but not for very long.
140.
Well, the incredible thing is, despite what she's done tonight, if Jamie Atkins wins this leg, she'll be outside of qualifying position come the end of play, Gemma Hayter. Because Jamie Atkins would be on +1, Gemma Hayter would be on 0, same as Nathan Potter, but Nathan Potter's won more legs tonight.
Oh, that table's going to change so much
100
over this remainder of the Group B campaign, and it may change again in a moment. Gemma Hayter firing in the first maximum of this game will give her her best opportunity here of winning a leg.
Gemma, you require 61.
Too good, Gemma. However, does give herself a dart at her favourite double 4.
57. Jamie, you require 128.
This would be some way to put a full stop to your night. Triple 20 for the bull. Just strays wide to the left. And so
52.
Gemma Hayter.
Gemma, you require 4.
Looks at double 2 to get on the board. Now chasing the madhouse.
No score.
Jamie should get a match start here at least.
Jamie, you require 76.
Didn't watch, did he? Didn't want to see the darts of Gemma Hayter go in the board. Just staying focused.
He's going to get the bonus of 2. It's double 8 for a comprehensive 4-0 win. And to bookend his night with victories. He started the night with a 4-2 win over Nathan Potter. He ends the night with a 4-0 win over Gemma Hayter, who in the middle of the session put in back-to-back 99 averages. But despite all that, has finished outside the qualifying spots overnight. It's been some night. We've seen some incredible games. It's been such a tremendous watch. And myself and Matthew Edgar will talk about every single one of those darts that's been thrown on the other side of this short break.
$54. Charlie McGuire, 164. $44. 32. Charlie required 120.
Well, 120. He's got a fair, at least 2 handfuls of this. Just needs to stay
60.
there. That's a good shot. Halves his score. Leaves himself on a 2-darter.
$26. Charlie
Time on his
required
side
60.
to become back-to-back singles champion.
$40.
Definitely a couple of nerves in those last 2 darts. But he'll be coming back.
It's a moment he's been in before this situation. Standing at the back of the stage,
Charlie
approaching the
required
Yoki with a
20.
chance to win the title.
He did this to win the first title, if you remember.
11.
I think he's gone.
Georgia
I think he's
require
gone to
180.
bust it, maybe. The first title he wanted 20. He went 6-7-7 to win it. He had a chance to replicate it again.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was for a bust, and
39.
on that situation there, George Scaife wasn't even able to take it out going to the 18s on that switch.
Yeah, I think he just panicked a bit, but he's done well to get that big one.
Sometimes can be the hardest part.
Georgia requires
This is it.
79.
It's got to be 19s. It's got to be 19s for this shot. Big 20 and a double. He's got the first one. He's going to get a match dart here.
$59. Charlie
Threw the entire
require
body into that
8.
one. Just didn't want to let go of the dart.
No score.
He's given George a chance.
Georgia require 20.
I think George has been quite good on double 10 today.
So many opportunities for Charlie Murphy.
Go
Couldn't get the job
it.
done.
Got out the match. And the Red Dragon
George
Modus
Scaife.
Super Series Influencers Champion, George Scaife.
To the Modus Super Series, where this is what we've seen on this Group B. This is the latter half of the evening, but the latter half of the evening was the best half of the evening, that is for sure. The last 2 games, absolute corkers. Neil Duff averaging 104, got the better. Nathan Potter averaged 106, and then before the break we saw a really good performance from Jamie Atkins to get the better of Gemma Hayter 4-0, and this is how the table looks overnight. Neil Duff leading the way, but good luck trying to call it. He's got a 2-point lead at the top of the table, but nobody's out of it. Even Tommy Morris at the bottom of the table. Jamie Atkins in second, Nathan Potter in third. Despite 2.99 averages for the evening, Gemma Hayter finds herself fourth. It was a crazy, crazy night here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. Matthew Edgar's been watching every single dart of it from the gantry this evening. And let's begin with Neil Duff, top of the table, 6 points to his name. He just did pretty much everything right tonight, didn't he?
He got better as the night went on. That's the main key attribute tonight for Neil Duff. And he was quality, wasn't he? Certainly by the end of the night, resisting that challenge of 106 average, as you mentioned, from Nathan Potter. When the night started off, I was a little bit sceptical about the way in which Neil Duff has sort of managed the day. I thought maybe, you know, getting up a little bit too early, being a bit too active early, maybe wouldn't last the pace. But he got better. He got stronger. And maybe that tells us not to question Neil Duff in that sense no more. This is a man who knows how to manage things.
You see, one of the most regimented players here, because of it, when you look at Neil, one thing you never criticise him of is being tired towards the end of the day. If we're ever critical of Neil, it's probably because he's missed the odd double here and there, not the way that he's gone about his approach to things.
Conducts himself so well, doesn't he? Knows exactly how to get the best out of himself, and he's proved it again today. You know, I was a little bit unsure. It was questionable, the decisions that he made earlier on, but he knows himself better than anybody else does, and that's what he's proved once again today. What a great performance to get better match after match. And when you're going into the last game, and we're talking about the improvement, and it was a 98 average in match number 3, we go, well, there's not too much better he can get here in order to improve even further from that. And that performance to end the day there, he puts himself on 6 points. The biggest problem for him is when he gets back and reflects on things and he looks at the table, when you've had 6 points on your opening day, you think, I'm in a good position. But you look at that, and he's only in by 2 points in regards to a qualification place, never mind being top of the table.
Jamie Atkins in second position. He's kind of the player that's gone under the radar tonight because we've been speaking about the likes of Nathan Potter and Gemma Hayter.
And probably rightly so in a way, because it's not quite been the night for Jamie Atkins, but he certainly earned his position with that big win. When we've got a group so tight like this group, a big 4-0 victory in any match is going to leapfrog you in the table. And that's what's happened there for Jamie Atkins. It was not quite the Jamie Atkins we've seen, where he's been challenging for weekly titles here. But then when it came to the crunch and, well, actually, if I lose this game to Gem Hater, I'm going to find myself in a bit of bother, then wins by a massive scoreline, which leapfrogs him back into contention.
There was a lot of build-up about Nathan Potter because of how well he played at the Rising Stars Week. Sometimes it could be difficult to live up to that hype and expectation, but to his credit, he did exactly that tonight.
I'm going to put him in the same category as Neil Duff in regards to the performance getting better as the night went on. But that's even further credit there to Nathan Potter because he didn't start the night great. And it's quite easy in that situation there to come off the stage and you're trying to relive something. When he came here last time, it was all new, it was exciting, everything was working well for him. And he didn't really have anything to live up to, where this time he had expectation. And with expectation, he didn't deliver in the opening game, so it could have got a bit edgy for him, but I was really impressed with how he sort of responded to that.
Because his mannerisms, the way he goes about it, a little bit of Henry the Pundit coming out here. We've seen a lot of players in suits like his where the head drops, particularly in that game against Neil Duff, because it could have been so easy when Neil was peppering him with 13 dart legs for him to will. He didn't show any sign of that at all.
He actually shown signs that he really enjoyed it. And that's a really good sign because you're never going to play your A game and not get hit back. The further you go up the rankings, the further you go up the systems in the world of darts, what you're going to do is you're going to run into people that when you play your best, they're going to hit you back and they're going to hit you back harder at times. And it was really good to see that Nathan Potter didn't wilt, didn't get nervous, didn't get edgy, didn't get frustrated. He got better. He rose to the fight. And that maybe is even more impressive, even in defeat there, and something that makes you a bit more of a believer in Nathan Potter.
I get the feeling tonight's going to be very bittersweet as far as Gemma Hayter is concerned, because the two performances in the middle she'll be absolutely delighted with. But considering the nature of this group, it was only good enough for 4th place.
Depends how you look at it, doesn't it? You can look at this and go, well, this is actually a 4-game group. You've got to play well 4 times. Or you could look at this and go pick the positives. And if she wants to pick the positives, that's easy. It's very, very easy to find the positives in the night for Gemma Hayter tonight. And that is games number 2 and 3, where she was exceptional. She looked locked in. She looked likely. She looked reliable. And if she takes away from that and the 4 points that's kept her in contention, there's lots of positive. And at the halfway point, you've got to look and pick out those positives.
Tommy Morris is going to have to up it tomorrow, hasn't he?
I think he's just got to find a little bit of consistency. Upping it maybe not so much because we've seen him at the very top end produce the goods. It's just doing it on a more regular basis, backing up a good visit, not missing opportunities, because this is a group that's not going to give you a second chance.
Well, we're going to be back it is this afternoon. We've just crossed the midnight wire, haven't we? With Group C, Michael Huntley leading the way, 5 wins out of 5 for him. Really well set up, that group, for tomorrow, isn't it?
It is. Michael Huntley will be out of the way of the drama, certainly for the first couple of rounds of fixtures. Unless they go wrong, he's going to be fine. Thomas Banks is the one that's going to be a key interest for me, though. He was exceptional today. Really, really good after all the issues he's been going through. Those wins wasn't fluky. There wasn't opportunist. He didn't take chances. It wasn't luck. It wasn't anything more than Thomas Banks playing like he did a couple of years ago. He earned those wins. And he's earned his opportunity now to be in a position to try and qualify. I'm interested to see now if he backs that up tomorrow.
Very quick, we've got about 30 seconds left. Set up very nicely this group for tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think it's exactly what we expected, isn't it? Everything's tight, everything's congested. It's not going to be decided early. This one, it's going to go to the wire.
It certainly is. Matt, thank you so much for your company. Really have enjoyed working alongside you once again today. Coming up after the break, we're going to be seeing the Tungsten Talk. Gemma Hayter's going to be subject to that, so do join us in a few moments' time for that. Then we're going to have extra live darts for you. Not live darts, extra darts for you, unless we're not working at 3 a.m. today, are we? No. Extra darts for you for 3 o'clock, the international pairs too. Then we're going to be back tomorrow afternoon from 1 o'clock for Group C's conclusion. Then tomorrow night from 10, we are going to be with you for the conclusion of Group B. And it is that man, Neil Duff, who's top of the table. 6 points for him. A good night for the Duff man. From all of us here, take care. Bye for now.
The new Modus Super Series champion. Yes! What a finish! The silencer, Jeff Smith! And it is that shot wins week 6. Maximum checkout. He's done it.
Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius? Yes. Let's do it then.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Labanowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy. So receive the trophy. £25,000.
The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Burr.